What's up, folks? MJ and the crew. MJ Morning Show here on a Wednesday. And I saw that massive backup on the Howard Franklin Bridge on the way home yesterday. I rolled out of here a little after 10 o'clock yesterday. You know, we typically wrap up the show 9:43, 9:44, somewhere in that vicinity. We wrap things up. So, you know, we can get the last commercial break in and then start the 105 minutes commercial free for the workday at 9:50. So, you know, I clean up the studio, any little business in here, I get it done, and then, you know, I'm out. So I head home yesterday and...
No, you stayed a little later for the shoot.
Well, what time did we leave yesterday? Oh, that's right. We did the photo shoot. All right, so I was out of here by 10:30. Right. So a little after 10 o'clock. So typically I'm out of here by 10:05, 10:10. So I was here till about 10:30 yesterday, 10:28. I think it was 10:28. So I think it was 10:27 and 45 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So I head home. It's after 10 o'clock, 10:30-ish. And the Howard Franklin southbound was a parking lot, was just a mess. And the bridge, I'm talking from just south of the hump going southbound, it was backed up all the way to the Tampa side. Do you know that thing was backed up for 3 hours? So after I saw it, it was still backed up for another 2+ hours. I know numerous people that got all jammed up and trapped in that mess. And this is crazy. There was an accident that turned into a crime scene because some wacko got all stabby. Yeah, car accident. I mean, what ridiculous, crazy circumstances. So I've got the narrative. From the public information officer, from Sergeant Steve Gaskins from the Florida Highway Patrol, Troop C here. And he sent me the narrative yesterday, and this is nuts. Listen to this. On September 26th, yesterday, at 9:24 a.m., FHP troopers responded to a crash involving 3 sedans along the southbound lanes of I-275 on the Howard Franklin Bridge. Troopers discovered that a 35-year-old Tampa man, driver 1, had stopped in the travel lanes and was slumped over inside his vehicle for unknown reasons. So the guy just stops his car, and he's slumped over in the car in the middle of traffic on the Howard Franklin Bridge. Don't know why. A 40-year-old Tampa man, driver number 2, and his 43-year-old wife observed the hazard and stopped in front of driver number 1. Driver 2 exited his vehicle to try to help driver 1, who was all slumped over. Unable to access driver 1 because the door was locked, driver 2 returned to his vehicle to retrieve an item to break the window to assist driver 1. Before this could occur, driver 1, the guy that stopped and is slumped over, he goes, "Whoop!" He wakes up. So he then drives forward, ramming into car number 2, driver 2, who pulled in front. Unable to continue forward, driver 1 then reversed and attempted to drive around driver 2's vehicle. Rather, driver 1 collided with then driver number 3, a third vehicle, which was passing the incident. Driver 3, a 38-year-old Tampa man, stopped, exited the vehicle, approached driver 1. Then driver 1 broke out the side window and began to stab. All right, so driver 3, rather. So driver 3, 38-year-old Tampa man, he stopped and exited his vehicle. Driver 1 that approached broke out the side window and began to stab driver number 1. So driver 3 then stabs driver 1, the guy that was all slumped over in the vehicle.
So the last guy to the party is the stabber.
Yeah, he gets all stabby.
That's why cops were all on the bridge,
it was,
everywhere.
It was insane.
I was like, there must have been a shooting or something.
No, cops were all over the place.
It was a stabbing.
Yeah. This was insane. All right, so
I remember seeing a bunch of cops lined up on the overpass, and
so
I'm like, holy cow.
Driver 3 gets out of his car, approaches driver 1, broke out the side window and then stabbed driver 1 multiple times with a pocket knife. Driver 2, the Good Samaritan that tried to help the slumped over driver 1, driver 2 and his wife then returned to driver 1 to try to intercept the actions of driver number 3, the guy that got all stabby, that was the last one to the party that got hit. As the pair approached driver 3, diverted his attention and attempted to stab driver 2. So driver 2 and his wife, who both fled before being harmed, then a passing St. Pete police officer stopped, detained driver 3, then rendered aid to driver 1. Driver 1 was transported to an area hospital, serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Driver 3 was identified as Patrick Douglas Scruggs, who was then arrested by FHP troopers for aggravated battery, aggravated assault, and burglary of an occupied conveyance. Then he was taken to the Pinellas County Jail. Interstate 275, I-275, Howard Franklin, was shut down for almost 3 hours yesterday. There were reports that the maniac with the knife was standing on top of vehicles. The thing turned into a crime scene. So you had an accident, then it was a crime scene. 3 hours. Just an absolute total mess on the Howard Franklin yesterday.
I need a schematic. Like, I need to look at all these cars lined up as you're telling the story. You're telling me the people who initially tried to help the slumped over driver were car number 2 that was hit by him?
Yes, so driver 1, who was slumped, just stopped in the middle of I-275, slumped over in the vehicle. You know, this is where traffic is doing 65, 75 miles an hour, right?
80 or 90 miles an hour.
Some people are driving, crazy speeds. Absolutely. So this was just a nutso situation. People trapped for hours, stuck. Nothing was, crazy. Howard Franklin Bridge, man, just absolutely insane. We'll get into this later on. I'm sure we'll take some phone calls later on from people that were stuck in this absolute traffic jam nightmare yesterday as we get rolling. All right, Britney Spears appears to be going all cuckoo again. I mean, this is crazy stuff.
Speaking of knives.
Yeah, Knives Out, baby. Yeah. We got all Knives Out 3, Knives Out 4, baby. What, is it? Knives Out was the original movie, right? Then was there a Knives Out 2?
It might have been.
I think we had 3. Check and see if there was a Knives Out 2. Because yesterday we had Knives Out 3, and then Britney Spears has Knives Out 4. All right, we're loaded today, folks. Don't miss 1 minute of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. We're loaded, and we're back in minutes. 6:08, let's grab traffic with Pat. Yeah, no stabby crashes thus far yet today.
Just checked with all the...
MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ and the crew, 621. So prize-wise, I ought to trademark that, prize-wise. What do you think? Prize-wise.
That's great.
Yeah, telling you.
Are we giving away more appliances after this month?
Can openers. No. Here's the deal. So Cash Kitty comes back at 8 a.m. So Cash Kitty is 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. You listen for that keyword. We give you the keyword, and you text it right away to this special text number we give you for your chance to win $1,000. So 5 times a day, $5,000 a day. So $1,000. That happens 8 o'clock this morning. Cash Kitty makes another appearance. Then in the 9 o'clock hour. So folks, you got to be listening. We do a lot of great stuff in the 9 o'clock hour. Content-wise, I've got the 9:10 must-hear story of the day, and I got a great one today. 9:10, got to hear the story. And then after 9 o'clock today, we are going to give away the next rice cooker for you say, wait a minute, you're giving away rice? Yes, I'm giving away. It's National Rice Month, and I'm such a wacko on my Instagram, which, by the way, got another little buzzworthy photo that got posted on my Instagram yesterday, which has caused quite a stir. We'll get to that in just a bit. But, yeah, Froggy, you're the one that took the picture surreptitiously.
Once again, almost on the year anniversary of the worst naked picture ever. Froggy
strikes again. We'll explain. You know what? I'll explain that here in just a second. Yeah. But, when people say, oh, you're giving away rice cookers. Yeah, listen, because I put all kinds of, did you see the steak I cooked on my Instagram last night? Oh, my God, that was phenomenal because I tested out my ridiculously expensive meat thermometer that I just got.
Yes, it wasn't. Somebody said it wasn't quite seared enough, though, and I agree.
It was seared perfectly. I seared it in a carbon steel pan on the stovetop before I put it in the oven to broil my steak. It was perfect. It was absolutely. I don't want to burn like charcoal on the outside.
And it looked a little rare too.
No, it was. I cooked it medium. Will you stop complaining? I cooked it perfectly. I'll get into all this here in just a second, but expect the unexpected from the MJ Morning Show. So I have a little bit of everything on my Instagram, which if you're not following, you're in for a treat. You ought to give me a follow. My personal Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. The word certified, then MJ, then radio. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. If you don't like what you are following, I'll give you your money back. All right? Bottom line.
This is what you're going to see.
Money back guarantee.
Money back guarantee.
All right, what? What are you going to see?
You're going to see 3 things. These are your 3 categories I've noticed about you. Food, obviously. Airplanes, obviously. And then everything else just kind of falls into reporter on the street, life observations.
Way, incidentally, the airplane video of our first ever trip on Breeze Airways, which, by the way, was kind of a breeze. I really enjoyed Breeze. We flew from Tampa to Norfolk and back a couple of weekends ago, and everything went well. And, I'll fly Breeze again, but the airplane broke. When we landed in Tampa, the front landing gear broke. Now, it didn't collapse. We didn't go down the runway with sparks flying. The fire department didn't have to come out. But the landing gear broke and we couldn't taxi to the gate. They had to pull us into the gate. So, but other than that, hey, Breeze was great. I would absolutely fly a Breeze again. But I took the video in the cabin when we were stuck for like 15 minutes and then waiting another 10 minutes for the tug to pull us to the gate. The captain came on and made an announcement. And I videoed the announcement of the captain saying that the airplane broke and we couldn't move. We were stuck. And we're all sideways on the taxiway and everything. So I videoed that. That has almost 30,000 views. Jeez. That video is just a click away from 30,000 video views, which will be my highest video view content ever on my Instagram account. So anyway, a big manufacturer of rice makers, Zoji Rushi, they've seen my cooking and the use of their rice cooker to make my phenomenal, perfected Japanese sticky rice. And they said, hey, we see that you post pictures of you cooking. You use our rice maker. You feature, some dishes. Would you like to give away a whole bunch of rice cookers? Because September is National Rice Month. And I'm like, what the? Of course I would love to give away some rice makers. I mean, what freaking morning show in America is giving away $200 plus rice cookers? And that's what we're doing. So 9 o'clock hour, just listen. I'll tell you when to call in. And you can win a Zoji Rushi rice cooker. We gave one away on Monday, gave one away yesterday. We have one today, then tomorrow, then on Friday. Giving away 5 this week. $1,000 cash kitty, rice cookers, and Busch Gardens Howl of Scream tickets. So the rice cooker and the Howl of Scream tickets, we'll do that after 9 o'clock. So make sure you're listening to the program.
It's a pretty busy day.
It's a very crazy, busy day here on the MJ Morning Show. So what were we saying about my Instagram? There was something else I was going to...
A Fester shirt.
Oh, yeah, folks.
Fester shirt.
Oh, you don't even...
Oh, come
you
on.
haven't looked at his...
Dude, I tagged you in it. You didn't.
You're an idiot.
I'm not on Instagram. Oh.
Yes, you are.
I'm on Instagram, but I don't.
Hold on, you don't know about this?
I'm just seeing it now for the first time. Great. Great, guys.
First of all, Froggy.
Yes, sir.
Froggy took this picture of Fester in a very vulnerable moment yesterday. This is reminiscent of Fester naked in Froggy's pool shower at the family recreational home over at Reddington Beach.
Recreational home? What does that mean?
Vacation.
By the way, this has 50 comments already.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is dumb.
I got a couple of things.
Pretty dumb.
We're going to mention this. We're going to mention this numerous times during the show today.
Great.
We did a photo shoot for 2 college brothers yesterday. 2 college brothers moving in storage. The smartest move you'll ever make. If you're moving, you'll want to call 2 college brothers. Great pricing. The service is impeccable. Best move you'll ever make. If you're moving or someone you know is moving, you get a hold of 2 college brothers. So 2 college brothers loves the show. We're like the number 1 lead generator. 2 college brothers gets the most business from the MJ Morning Show. They put my picture and as heard on the MJ Morning Show on the back of one of their trucks. They're adding 5 new trucks to the fleet. That's how much business they have because they advertise on the MJ Morning Show.
Wow.
And it's just out of control. So they're adding 5 new trucks. They want to put on one of the trucks on both sides a full side of the truck image of the MJ Morning Show crew. So we did a photo shoot yesterday of all of us so we can get the digital photographs to then get to the graphics folks for 2 college brothers so they can build the new graphic for the side of one of these 30-foot moving trucks with the MJ Morning Show on the side for 2collegebrothers.com. Wade, he had special shirts made for us. So we've got these purple 2 College Brothers shirts with our names on the back for the photo shoot. And Fester's in the morning show office taking off his regular shirt, putting on the 2 College Brothers shirt. The shirt is over his face. Can't see this. And Froggy snaps a photo of Fester.
We were changing together like PE or
like
something.
we're in a locker room or something.
Man, and Froggy, while Fester wasn't looking, because a shirt is over his face while he's...
Look at his... Oh, man, people are bashing me in the comments. What's up with that? How am I a heel?
This is really a violation. If you took this photo, if we went to like Gold's Gym and you took this in the locker room, you'd go to jail.
All right, now,
this happened at work, so it's fine.
Here's my caption. So Froggy sends me the photo. Hey, take a look at this. It's Fester changing it to the 2 College Brothers shirt for the photo shoot.
You guys are dumbasses.
Froggy sent me the photo. I posted the photo. So clearly, I'm kind of a scoundrel as well for posting the photo.
We know.
But this is what I wrote. This is my caption. Froggy is a no good, awful, terrible, repulsive, exploitative individual for taking this picture of Fester.
That's conjecture.
During a very vulnerable moment while he was changing into a 2 College Brothers moving T-shirt for a photo shoot this morning.
That's a run-on sentence.
2 College Brothers Moving is putting a giant picture of the crew on the side of one of their moving trucks. So that there's 50 comments already. And then people are saying, well, you're just as bad. You posted it. Well, duh.
Wow. People are really supporting you.
Duh. Anyway, folks, you got
this picture on the truck.
You got to see this image. You got to see the picture. It's on my Instagram. It's Certified MJ Radio. Leave a comment. Certify and like the picture. Like the picture. Leave a comment. Take a look at Fester with everything hanging out.
Okay, Fester, you know this is a compliment because I did a body positivity campaign with you, so I support all these photos. But this reminds me, remember that game I brought into work one time, and it was a baby shower game. It's called Boobs or Butt, and it's like a zoom in of cleavage or butt, and you have to guess which is which. Your tummy could be part of that bingo card too. Boobs, butt, or Fester's tummy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a terrible name for a game.
So go take a look at this photo, and people are saying, MJ, you're terrible. You post, well, duh, of course I posted the photo on my account. And Froggy, dude, you take awful pictures. It's not.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Herb Ritz.
No, well, it's kind of. It's not
I
blurry.
had to take it quick.
It's not blurry, but I'm telling you, the camera lens on your camera is probably all smudged. You know when you have
there's
smudged,
a crack in the middle of it.
You know? Oh, that's the phone with the crack.
Yeah.
Oh, because you slammed it on the floor
So
during one of your.
everything's a little hazy.
Yeah, it's a little hazy, but the photo is clear enough to see what's going on. But I would have liked a little more crispness in the photo.
Oh, so sorry.
I will say the lighting is off in the office with these back blinds.
The picture is clear as can be, though. Go take a look at Fester in a very vulnerable moment yesterday. Certified MJ Radio on my IG, on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's do early morning morons next. So morons in the news in minutes. Pretty good stack today, man. Good stuff. Next, don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let me... right, 6:42 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. Let's go. No time to waste. Hey, remind me later on. I want to talk about Florida whack. Now, Florida's always been a little whack. You know, the whole Florida man deal, and we've always had crazy stuff since I got here in 1992 when I first got to Florida over on the East Coast first for a couple of years doing radio in West Palm, and before I came to Tampa in 94. So Florida's always been kind of whacked up. But just something, like even locally, specifically Tampa Bay area, in the last year, it just appears that things are getting even more whack in Florida and the Tampa Bay area. So we'll get into that coming up in a little more depth. All right, so early morons in the news. Hey, a couple of Florida stories right off the bat. Florida woman, not Florida man, a Florida woman assaulted 2 people for doing inappropriate stretches at the pool. Sorry, what? Oh, my God. So deputies say that a woman attacked 2 people at a pool for doing exercises, stretches that she thought were inappropriate.
So inappropriate, not like poor form. Not like, no, you need to stretch further, touch your toes, straighten your back. Not like that. No, like exposing body parts or something.
Well, let's delve a little deeper here. Amanda Ferragamo. You think she's from the Italian fashion house Ferragamo? You think?
Yeah, probably.
You think she derives from that hoity-toity family? In fact, I believe I have a Ferragamo wallet in my pocket right now. Hang on a minute. Oh, yep, I got it right. Look, I'm holding it up to MJTV. I've got a Salvatore Ferragamo wallet, which I got on eBay for $85.
He really is turning into Peter, man.
No, I do.
In real life.
No, I love this wallet. I have seriously. It's like a little thin little wallet, opens up, and I'll cover up my stuff. But it's a very thin. This is my whole wallet. I'm holding it up to MJTV. So, folks, if you want to see my wallet, it's on MJTV right now. If you're watching live, you see it. If you want to go back and watch MJTV later, and you can do this any day, except when YouTube yanks our videos, which that's a whole different story.
What?
Yeah, we got yanked. One of our shows got yanked this week, and I got blasted with emails. Hey, where's MJTV today? I'll explain. So that's on my list to talk about. On one of our shows on YouTube. Video replay got yanked. So I'll tell the story later on. No, I bought this on eBay. I had my original Ferragamo wallet. I had it for years, and I had a gift card. I didn't buy it. I had a gift card, and I was given a gift card for Ferragamo, and I bought it at Ferragamo up on Madison Avenue in New York, like 12 years ago. It lasted for a while, but then it just wore out. And then I found another one on eBay. I paid like $85 for this thing, brand new. And this will last me another 12, 15 years, so I'm all excited about it. All right, so back to Amanda Ferragamo, who I'm sure is a relative of the famous Italian, Ferragamo shoes and belts and all that stuff. So Amanda Ferragamo was arrested in Sumter County after the incident on Sunday morning last weekend. A female victim told deputies that she and the male victim were doing stretches when Ferragamo smacked them both.
Wow.
Jeez. It's a double bitch smack.
Just bitch smacked. They're at the pool.
Was it with both hands at the same time, Three Stooges style?
Why, I oughta.
You numbskulls.
Man, this is nuts. But it gets weirder. So they're at this pool. They're doing stretches. Ferragamo smacks them and then shoves them both. The female victim then stated that the defendant accused them both of doing inappropriate activities and began to shove her, smack the woman across the face. The female victim had a red mark on her face indicating that she was hit as well, according to the arrest affidavit. Listen to this. The deputies responded to the incident at 2:32 a.m.
What?
Wow.
They're all at the pool?
At 2:32, and this is a community pool at their complex, at their apartment complex. So deputies wrote in the affidavit that the female victim had a red mark on her face indicating that she was hit. According to Fox 35 out of Orlando, the man and Ferragamo are connected in some way, but we don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's also been classified as a domestic issue.
I want to know how they were stretching.
So did the smacker, was she once doing some smacking with the guy, and now the guy's with another woman?
Sounds like it, because why else would she be offended by stretches? Even what are they doing? Like splits with no underwear on?
At 2:32 in the morning at an apartment complex pool up in Sumter County.
Ugh.
Oh, my.
Have you guys ever exercised or stretched in inappropriate places?
Like where? Like
Well,
what?
I have in I did lunges.
Oh, geez. Here we go. It's time for inappropriate exercises with Roxanne. All right, so you're doing lunges.
I did lunges
Where?
all across different airports in Europe. That's not so bad. But then I also did lunges up and down the aisles from Hong Kong to Newark.
On the airplane?
Yes, on the airplane.
That's just in-flight entertainment.
No, that's inappropriate. You're doing lunges down the aisle?
I'm just kidding. It wasn't down the aisle. It was just where you go back and gather in the little.
What was it, on the wing? I mean, how many places are there on a plane?
It was just back where, kind of near the restrooms. You know,
I was waiting for you to say, I did lunges at a funeral.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm at a funeral, and you know what? It was really boring. It was just, the eulogy was just dragging on and on. So I started doing some calisthenics. I started doing some exercises, some lunges.
Yes.
At the funeral.
At the service and the graveside, I was stretching out my quads. Is that your quads? What is that?
Hey, you put your leg up on the headstone,
You know
and
what?
stretch
You
like
got
a ballet
big
dancer.
headstone. You can get a good stretch. Just get your leg up there.
Anyway, this Ferragamo lady was transported to the Sumter County Detention Center charged with 2 counts of battery. This happened on Sunday morning at 2:32. She was released earlier this week on Monday. But, man, some crazy crap out of Florida. All right, I haven't even scratched the surface on whack job stuff today. So, we got another fast food drive-through attack.
I didn't know there was a Jack in the Box in the state of Florida.
There's not. No, there's not. It's not in Florida.
Oh, I thought it was a Florida story.
It's a Florida couple that was
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm sorry.
No. I think I read that Jack in the Box is expanding to Florida, though. I think I saw that. Hang on a minute, folks. Hang on. We'll get to Jack in the Box.
I thought it happened in Florida.
No.
Okay, all right. Oh, wow.
It's a Florida couple.
Okay, all right. I understand
At a
now.
Jack in the Box in Texas. Hang on. I'll explain all of that. Man, we got a lot of stuff, man. This is going to be a crazy show. You don't want to miss 1 minute of the MJ Morning Show today. Back in seconds. Don't move. 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. One of our great sponsors. Show on Q105 that you are being entertained with right now here on Q105. MJ and the crew, Fester, Roxanne, Froggy. Froggy just blurting out that he's, how many followers away from getting 27?
Okay, and it's not quite that low, but I'm happy to announce.
Yes, Froggy?
My Instagram is 200 followers away. Can you believe it?
Yep. From?
2,000 followers!
What?
Wow.
Can you please speak English?
2,000 followers, you ass. What do you think I said? 2,000, baby. So,
dude,
and I will say,
watch the abuse of language, man.
Such
What'd I say?
violence. That violence is uncalled for.
So I just want to say this. What's my name? Froggy MJ Show?
I don't know. What is your Twitter handle?
Let's have Froggy MJ
no, I
Radio.
think your MJ.
Oh, Froggy MJ Radio.
Your old one is.
Yeah, that one got hacked.
Why do you delete that?
No, I don't know. I got blocked out of it for some reason.
Oh, you can't even get into it?
You can't. If you get blocked out of it, if someone hacks it, you can't even delete it.
All right, so Froggy's Instagram handle is Froggy MJ Radio.
And it is way more entertaining than MJ.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is so boring.
Yeah, mine blows. Yeah. All right, so I got to set the crew straight on the Jack in the Box deal. So you guys saw the headline, Florida family shot at over curly fries in Jack in the Box drive-thru. And you guys thought it happened here in Florida?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you got to read past the headline, guys.
Well, I was particularly confused because didn't we do a story yesterday about someone shooting at a drive-thru in Florida?
Yeah. It was.
Right?
No, was that Florida? I don't think it was Florida. It was Popeyes. It was
Popeyes.
Yeah,
okay, then okay.
Well,
So
hold
was
on.
it Florida?
No, it wasn't Florida. Fester, bring up the Popeye. No, we had a Popeye story, and an employee got fired at Popeyes.
That was in Las Vegas.
And then went back and fired a shot through the drive-through window.
Yes. So I missed the Las Vegas part of it.
We do have Popeyes here in Florida, but that didn't happen here. That happened in Vegas. So Fester and Roxanne, if you're just tuning in, I said, man, we're going through the morons in the news stories. And I'm like, the Jack in the Box story. And you guys both thought it happened in Florida because the headline on the story was Florida family shot at over curly fries in Jack in the Box drive-thru. No, they're from Florida.
Right.
They're from Miami, but they were in Texas visiting, and they went to a Jack in the Box, and they got shot at.
Maybe if you guys did a little more preparation, like me,
you
would know this.
Froggy's the most prepared person on the show.
That's right.
Yes. Froggy does the most show prep out of anybody here.
I do all day.
Yeah. So a newly released video shows a Florida family was shot at by a Jack in the Box employee. The employee shoots at customers after their order of curly fries was botched.
Okay, how do you botch curly fries?
Anthony,
if you make them straight.
I wanted them curly, damn it. These are straight fries.
Anthony Ramos of Miami and his then pregnant wife, Geraldine, not Geraldine, but Geraldine.
That's a hot name.
It is.
Ospina, and their 6-year-old daughter, they were visiting a Jack in the Box in Texas. This happened in Houston, right? So this happened some time ago. This is not totally recent, but what's updated here is the legal issues here, and and the subsequent legal proceedings. So the family had an issue because their curly fries were missing from the order, and then the employee refused to give them the curly fries, even though they paid for the curly fries, apparently. So the family wanted to speak to the manager. Can we speak to the manager, please? And the employee, Alania Ford, she started screaming at the family, started cursing at them, get the F out of here, bleep, bleep, bleep. So the family starts yelling back. And then the employee starts throwing packets of ketchup and ice and other items out of the drive-through window at the family's car. Can you imagine?
Straight out of a comedy.
Throwing stuff at them through the drive-through window. And then the video is posted. Then she pulls out a gun and fires at the people as they're driving off. She pulls the gun. The guy in the drive-thru floors the vehicle like we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So floors the vehicle to, get there. We got to go. And then she fires a gun. You see her at the drive-thru. This is the video surveillance inside the restaurant. And she pulls out a little silver handgun. And from the drive-thru area, there's a camera above inside the Jack in the Box videoing the employees. She's throwing milkshakes at them, ketchup packets, and then
ketchup packets? What is that going to do?
Okay, so it looks like he already had the milkshake.
Oh, yeah. I think he might have thrown the milkshake back at her.
He had the milkshake, and she threw like creamers and ketchup and sugar packets, and then he launches the milkshake back, and it got her dead in the eye.
Yeah, I see
and
that.
You can see her turn around, and like her face is covered with like strawberry milkshake.
Now, why is the story coming out now? Now, this happened back. This happened back in March of 21, and then there was a guilty plea last June in 22. The reason why the story is coming back around is the video has just been released. Andrew, do me a favor. Get the video up on our website. So that's why the story's coming back around. So, Andrew, if you could get this video up on mjmorningshow.com in As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So you go to mjmorningshow.com, look at near the top of the page, and look for As Heard on the MJ Morning Show, and Andrew will get this video posted. It is insane. You got to see what happened at this drive-thru. The video just got released. So, absolutely nuts.
Man, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the question.
Yeah.
Is it normal for drive-thru staff to have a gun?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
but it is Texas. Yeah. This did happen in Texas.
Right.
Yeehaw, baby.
This is Texas. I kind of make the assumption that anybody and everybody could be armed at any time.
Well, hey, Florida. I mean, tons of people are armed here in Florida. And listen, mostly law-abiding citizens that are utilizing their Second Amendment rights and ability to carry, but it is completely, it's criminal for the Jack in the Box employee to fire a gun at customers. They're having an argument over curly fries. And then, so you guys thought that it was a Florida occurrence, but it happened in Texas to a Florida family. But Jack in the Box is coming to Florida. I knew I had seen this, and during the break, I looked this up. This is from the Lakeland Ledger. So this is, Jack in the Box is a big chain.
I've never been.
Listen, they're big out west. They're huge out in California.
I've never been.
We had a Jack in the Box right across from when I worked at Pirate Radio, right at the corner of Sunset and Cahuenga. There used to be a Jack in the Box right there. But Jack in the Box, according to the Lakeland Ledger, and this is, I think, from the spring. I think it's from March. Yeah, hamburger lovers could get their choice. Recent announcement. Oh, the hamburger lovers could get another choice. Recent announcement that the West Coast fast food chain Jack in the Box is searching for a location in Lakeland.
Ooh.
Yeah. At the moment, there isn't a franchise agreement for the Lakeland area, said an email from a spokeswoman for Jack in the Box. However, the brand is looking to identify and align with qualified restaurant franchise investors. So I don't know if there's been an update on this thing. In addition to Lakeland, the company is interested in the following cities in Florida. So Jack in the Box is looking at Miami, Miami Gardens, Hialeah, Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Miramar, Davie, Plantation, Sunrise, Pompano Beach, Deerfield Beach, Coral Springs, Jacksonville, Port St. Lucie, Deltona, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Gainesville, Palm Bay, St. Petersburg, West Palm, and Clearwater.
Wow.
So Jack in the Box is looking for expansion. I remember when I was a kid, I've got a very interesting Jack in the Box story because we used to have a Jack in the Box in New York. When I was a kid growing up outside of New York City, I was in like third or fourth grade. And there used to be a Jack in the Box on Route 59 in Spring Valley, which is just above Nanuet. I was at Paul Pacella's birthday party at Jack in the Box. This is like third or fourth grade. Paul Pacella.
Yeah, how's Paul doing these days?
How's Paulie?
Paul puked all over the Jack in the Box.
Oh, no.
Paul sucks.
At his birthday party. I remember the Jack in the Box. They used to have a clown face that you talked into.
Yeah.
So that was, I don't know if they still do that. but you used to go to the drive-thru and you used to talk into the clown face. The actual speaker was like a clown box on a spring. I'm telling you, there was like this big, like heavy-duty coiled spring. And remember those? Remember the old playground equipment that used to maim and kill children?
Sure.
Remember, I look back like when I was like a little kid, and all the playground equipment like that's banned now.
The burning slide.
Yeah, all kinds of
yeah.
stuff. I mean, but I remember there used to be like rides, like little horsies, and they used to have those crazy like springs.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think they chopped kids' fingers off and everything. So, but the Jack in the Box clown face used to be on a spring and used to talk to like the clown face.
Yeah, what do you want? It's just like a clown.
But I
Weird.
remember I'm at Paul Pacella's birthday party. And he's like, oh, real well. And he just hurls all. And then my mom would never allow us to go to Jack in the Box again. I'm like, Mom, it had nothing to do with Jack in the Box. Paul just threw
Paul just
up.
got sick.
You know? But
You remember those like it was a bunch of bars and it was like a pyramid of bars and you would climb it.
They were called monkey bars.
Yeah, monkey bars. I saw a kid fall from the top of that thing and clink his head like 4 times on different bars and knock himself out. Like, how
lovely.
safe is that?
not very, obviously.
I want one.
7:13 at the MJ Morning Show. So Jack in the Box coming to the Tampa Bay area. All right, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Stand by. We have a lot coming up, including, well, Roxanne's got some kind of email that she wants to read to us. I don't know if it's a complaint. I don't know what it is, but I got some kind of email. Oh, slang. The generational slang terms, which are really, really interesting. Fester sent me an email last night. He watched Naked Attraction on HBO Max. All right, hold on.
Wait.
Fester has thoughts on Naked Attraction. If you don't know about this, folks, you got to hear it. Back in a second. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Next, don't move. Now, if you... On 726, my apologies, went a little late in the last segment, so typically I like to start the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ a couple of minutes earlier than this, but don't worry, you still get an hour and 20 plus on the other end. We'll just go a little longer at the other end. All right, 726 exactly now. Heads up for, prizes out the wazoo today, man. We're giving stuff away left and right. So in about half an hour, 35 minutes, we get the Cash Kitty coming back. So the Cash Kitty hits at 8 o'clock, and we'll give you the first keyword of the day, and you're shot at $1,000. So we'll give you a word. You text the word to the number I'll give you, and then you'll have a shot at $1,000. Happens at 8 o'clock then. Rox has it at 10 a.m. right after the morning show. Then noon, 3, and 5 today. $1,000. $5,000 a day is what you are eligible to win. So stand by here on the MJ Morning Show. And then 9 o'clock hour, two great things. We're giving away the next Zojirushi rice cooker. This is valued at over $200. Because of my love for this appliance, Zojirushi saw my social media and then contacted me and said, hey, you want to give away a bunch of rice makers during Rice Appreciation Month? Which is September. And I said, damn right, send them over.
And listen, people are really excited about this.
I can't tell you. You would think that this is the craziest, most insane prize. What radio station gives away a rice cooker? Well, first of all, it's Zojirushi. It's top quality. It's a Japanese company, and the Japanese know rice, trust me. And I've had Zojirushi rice cookers for almost 20 years now. I've had like 3 or 4 of them. And none have ever. I've just upgraded to like the latest, greatest model. Every one still works from like 20. So we've already given away a rice cooker valued at over $200 on Monday. Yesterday, we'll give away one after 9 o'clock today, and then we'll do another one on Thursday, tomorrow, and then on Friday. So the rice cooker valued at over $200, and then we'll also give away a 4-pack of Busch Gardens Howl of Scream tickets with parking, also in the 9 o'clock hour, and then the must-hear story at 9:10. Folks, don't discount the 9 o'clock hour. It is a phenomenal time for winning crap and hearing good crap here on the MJ Morning Show.
Not just crap. I mean, nice stuff.
Good stuff. Where do I start? Hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now, and so much to do and so little time. Yes, an hour and 20 minutes is a very little amount of time. First of all, we have an update. Do you remember that maniac that jumped into the alligator pen at Busch Gardens?
Oh, yeah. And guess what? I've been subsequently, and it really has taken away the enjoyment of looking at the alligators now that there's that big thing. It is see-through, but still.
Yeah, they put up like a 20-foot chain link fence.
Yeah.
Maybe not that tall.
He was an influencer, some kind of an idiot that trying to get social media video views, and he jumps into the alligator exhibit at Busch Gardens and goes like, oh, crikey. And
you gotta get back out. Another wild Karen. Crikey. He's very
Remember this guy? And he's like yelling that he's not the wild Karen, and he's going, crikey.
You gotta get back out. Another wild Karen. Crikey. He's very
Yes. That's my favorite part. The woman in the background. Right. It's very dangerous. That's my favorite part of that whole thing.
You gotta get back out. Another wild Karen. Crikey. He's very
It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. You're going to get bitten by the crocodile or the alligators. Anyway, we have a little news update on this kid. 20-year-old Louisiana idiot who jumped into the alligator exhibit right here in Tampa. That's technically Temple Terrace, isn't it? Is that Busch Gardens?
I think it's City of Tampa.
Is it City of Tampa?
Boulevard, yeah. Temple Terrace is further out.
Okay, all right. So it's
by Bullard Parkway and 56th Street.
Right, you would know.
All right. So Busch Gardens, I guess it's Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. But
I think it's in the City of Tampa.
All right. So the 20-year-old idiot who then posted the stunt on social media, he's going to avoid a felony conviction if he completes the terms of a pretrial intervention, which was approved last week, according to the Tampa Bay Times. Jacob Ryan Percival of Prairieville, Louisiana, arrested back in June, 4 days after he jumped over the fence, got into the park, jumped over another fence, got into the gator exhibit. It's all shot on video. Anyway, prosecutors charged this Percival with, and 2 co-defendants with burglary, petty theft, charged with trespassing. Yeah, the burglary charge, that was a 3rd-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years in a lovely Florida state lockup prison. Yeah, Judge Michael S. Williams approved the agreement, which was struck by the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. Yeah, so this dimwit has to complete 75 hours of community service, pay $134.99 in restitution to Busch Gardens.
How much?
He's got to pay Busch Gardens $134.99 in restitution.
That's like the price of 2 tickets.
He's got to submit a letter of apology, and he's got to take down all social media posts related to the stunt. So he's got to pull down
All right, get back out. Another wild Karen. Mikey.
He's got to take down that video. Yeah. Representatives from Busch Gardens did not respond to comment. Yeah. Percival's attorney, Barry Tarrix, did not respond to messages left at his office. Hey, Barry, why you responding back to the Tampa Bay Times? Come on, Barry. Come on.
So weird. Think of all the stunts, when you start off in radio and you have to go out and do silly stunts for, MJ. Think of all the stuff you did, Fest, all the stuff I did. And we never gotten this kind of, what you can and can't do.
You know what? I'm amazed that it took this long. I remember looking at that Busch Garden fence, that little 2.5-foot hop over.
Yeah.
Olympic hurdles were higher than this fence separating humans from the alligator for decades.
I think there were concrete parking lot blocks that were higher than this, that you park in. Those are concrete blocks in front of your parking spot might have been higher. This is crazy. I got to play audio for you. I want you to tell me what this is. And folks, you can play along at home. I'm going to play a quick little soundbite, and I want you to tell me what this is a sound of. Here we go.
Holy cow. Did a cat get killed?
Yeah, I think I know.
Oh,
okay.
Man. This is great. Let me play it again. One more time, Rox.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with you? All right, so Roxanne, you think you know what that sound is?
Yes, it's a cat falling into the back of a piano while it's being played. Is that right?
I mean, is she close?
That is not a bad guess, but
Oh.
that's wrong.
So you had, okay. All
but
right.
Not a bad guess. Let me play the sound one more time, and then I'll play the rest of the audio clip.
Did somebody jump on stage?
You're getting closer.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
You know what?
Somebody performing, and then
you merge Fester with Roxanne right now.
somebody
Ew,
fell in.
that didn't sound right.
Yeah.
You merged Fester.
Listen,
and
you know what?
Roxanne.
A couple of different life choices. It sounds right.
Oh.
If we would have met back in Perkins and Clearwater back in 1993, who
We probably
knows?
crossed paths there,
Who
but I was
knows?
too drunk to remember.
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
So I think that maybe if you merge our answers, did someone go up on stage and fall into the piano? But where does the cat factor in?
There's no cat.
No cat.
That's a woman screaming. It's not a cat.
Was it the pianist? The one playing?
Oh, did you see? You know what it is?
No, did a piano fall apart on the pianist?
It's a pianist.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Pianist?
I've never been one to use.
I've seen the movie The Pianist. It's really
It was a
good.
beautiful movie. You know, it was a little too long for me.
Yeah, a little long.
Yeah, a little too
For a
long.
little too
Guys-
long for the
guys,
pianist.
Yeah.
I prefer to say pianist, not a pianist.
And also the pianist, it was hard to follow, real hard.
Will you stop?
It was a hard movie.
Stop, guys!
To
knock
follow,
it off.
to follow.
Let me finish the story.
But the ending was so quick.
Let me
So quick. I mean, it's
Let-
over?
guys,
It's over already?
let me play.
So long and so...
Stop.
Oh, my God, it's over already.
Stop.
And then the pianist fell asleep.
All right, stop.
Oh.
Let me play a little bit more of the audio bite and see if you can put the story together, folks.
All right, let's go.
Here is a longer chunk of the audio. Listen. All right, can you piece together the story a little bit more?
All right. So, this is obvious at like some hotel lounge.
Yeah, right. That's Billy Joel live.
Listen, I've seen Billy Joel perform while I believe he was drunk, and he sounded a lot better than this guy.
There's a song with the piano man.
Here's what happened. Let me tell you the story. It is crazy. Andrew has posted the video. Our producer, Andrew, has put the video up on our website at mjmorningshow.com. A street performer was on the sidewalk up in Athens, Georgia, and he's playing Piano Man. He's got like a digital piano keyboard on one of those like folding stands. You know, you pull them out, it forms like an X. You know, he's got a folding stand. He's got the keyboard, and he's playing songs. He's a street performer. While he's doing Piano Man by Billy Joel, this woman walks up and slams her hand on his keyboard. It collapses.
What? Oh, somebody did that to it?
Listen.
Was she mad?
She obviously it's like a Friday or Saturday night. She's clearly drunk and walks up while the guy's playing and slams her hand on the keyboard. It collapses the stand holding the whole keyboard falls on the ground. I mean, listen, the guy's just having a grand old time, you know, doing Piano Man.
And the waitress is practicing cards.
He's just doing Piano Man. Look at this. He's getting into it, and here she comes.
What a great sound.
Just walks up.
No wonder why that guy goes, what the hell is wrong with you? See, the woman. All right, I get it.
The video is crazy, and the video is posted on our website at mjmorningshow.com. Click on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So very simple, mjmorningshow.com. Near the top, look for the box that says As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then look on the list for woman smashed a street performer's electric piano to the ground. Yeah.
Oh, the poor guy.
I love the audio bite. I love the...
And who's the lady screaming again?
It's just a bystander. Just
I gotta say,
Sounds like a cat.
that street performer was killing Billy Joel.
And then wait a sec, it gets even worse. Then the woman that smashed the piano then took the money out of his tip jar and what?
Oh.
Yes.
No.
She robbed him?
Hang on a minute. Hey, Fessa, leave the thing alone.
Okay.
So let me play some audio. Leave the mouse alone. Let me play some audio here. This is from Fox 5 in Atlanta. So listen to this. New at 4. Here we go. What?
New at 4. This video has gone viral. It shows a woman smashing a University of Georgia student's piano as he performed on the street over the weekend. And that's not all. As Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is about to show you, it may have started out fun, but it didn't end that way.
No, it didn't.
And now police have gotten involved.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Shue plays his piano several times a month in downtown Athens, but he says what happened in this very spot over the weekend.
Andrew Shue, wasn't he on Melrose Place?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, now he's playing a digital keyboard on the streets of Athens, Georgia.
And that reporter's name is Fingeret.
All right.
But it is.
What?
I kid you not. You didn't
Street
hear
over
her?
the weekend, and that's not all.
What?
As Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is about to show you, it may have started out
Tyler
fun,
Fingert.
but
Fingert.
it didn't end that way.
All right, listen.
And now police have gotten involved.
Listen to the story.
Andrew Shue plays his piano several times a month in downtown Athens, but he says what happened in this very spot over the weekend left him disappointed.
And the waitress is practicing cards.
It was a pretty good crowd for a Saturday in downtown Athens.
Yep. Yeah. On the sidewalk. Until this lady comes along.
Andrew Shue says a night playing piano hit a low note on his last song.
It's great.
The moment left him stunned.
It happens often where drunk people will come down and touch my piano and stuff like that, but never to the point where it will fall down and with the force that she used.
This happened at around 2:30 Saturday morning near the corner of College Avenue and East Clayton Street.
To come out here and do this and for somebody to come mess it up is just not like a cool thing to do.
Shu says not only did she knock down his piano and break his stand, but he believes she also grabbed money from his tip bucket.
Took his money!
Mad, right? Like I'm.
Anyway,
That's despicable.
it is.
And hilarious.
All right, so she didn't. It doesn't look like she pushed down that hard.
Dude, she
smacked it.
Smacked it with her hand. The whole thing collapses.
How about next time he brings like a couple of workhorses or something, or a couple of bricks?
Man. 7:42 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, guys.
What?
I have a meeting after the show. I've been called to the boss's office.
We've been here before.
Yes. So, Ron DeCastro, our market manager, and Slick Rick, our program director and operations guy, they want to meet with me to discuss the future of the MJ Morning Show.
Dun, dun, dun.
What time's your meeting?
Oh, I can give you. You want a little dun, dun, dun?
I think it's only appropriate.
The future of the MJ Morning Show. My contract expires, so the show contract, it's up. Expires December 31st at midnight. So, boom, it's over. So, they want to talk to me about the future of the MJ Morning Show. Will it continue? Will it go on? So, I'm meeting with the bosses at 10 a.m. this morning. I'll let you know what's going on.
And what do you see as the future?
The future.
I want to see what they see as the future. You know, listen, this show.
What if they say we want to get rid of Froggy and Fester? What do you say?
You're like, done and done.
I would not. No,
Never.
This is a collaborative team effort. One for all and all for one.
Yeah, we're like your appendages.
Yeah, you're Zorro.
Yeah, okay, that's never exactly been the motto around here.
What are you talking about? All right, so listen, I'm having a meeting. Right now, what is the future of the MJ Morning Show? Do we go beyond December 31st? I mean, it's only months away. I don't know. Let me hear what they have to say.
Could be it, Could be it.
Hey, folks, the fact is we started the show during COVID. We need to market the show better. But you know what's amazing? Our audience is huge. The measurement is erratic. It's all over the road. It's I don't think done very well. So that's an issue as far as the audience goes. All I know is that our sponsors we're knocking it out of the park. You know, I know our response, the amount of email, the phone calls we get on any subject where we have to turn calls away, the number of people that come up to me. Dave Legoretta, remember Make Dave Laugh? We had him back. We brought him back.
I hate Dave.
Yeah, because he didn't laugh at anything you said.
It was a rough start for Dave and Roxanne.
Yeah, it was a Roxanne and Dave. But, Dave's like, oh, man, I can't believe how many people of the city of Tampa listen to you guys, because now he works for the city of Tampa because he got let go at iHeart because, they moved to a new building. They didn't need him anymore because he was the janitor and the physical plant director, and they didn't need him. But, the number of people that listen to the show, it's enormous. But I want more listeners. And there are still tons of people in the Tampa Bay market that don't know that this is the best morning show entertainment on radio in this market. Since we left in 2012 and then came back in 2020, there's been a lot of new people in this market, and a lot of people just don't know we're here. So our audience is big right now, but it could be massively huger. But I need a little more advertising. I need the system to measure properly. But our clients. I mean, you look at like Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. We're the number one referral. They're getting more moving business from my live commercials than any other source. Plan B Air Conditioning told me 80% of their business is coming from the MJ Morning Show and the live commercials I do for Plan B Air Conditioning. Fields, when I go to Fields, I'm like, sold 5 cars this week. They mention, or 5 people, mentioning the MJ Morning Show. I get people all the time. Fields BMW, Fields Mercedes, all of the clients. IDC, Enhanced Home Solution. I mean, all of our clients. Duncan Duo, the Hollands. Stacy Kemp at the Kemp Law Group. So, the response that we get, the listener response, and our clients, my advertisers, are just getting enormous results from this show.
Mesquite Fire Tequila Cocktail blowing up.
Yeah, from
I'm serious.
I know.
From Roxanne's commercials.
For real.
All right, so listen, I'm meeting with management at 10 a.m. this morning. What happens? Listen, I'm just going to be like, all right, what you got? What's the offer?
You sell me, boys.
Okay. Can you please include, I know there are a lot of things you're going to be looking for. Like you said, more marketing dollars, studio improvements. Can you please do something? I know you're not a coffee drinker, but the coffee tastes and smells like an ashtray that has been at a casino and hasn't been cleaned in 10 years. That's what it tastes like today. I think that's right?
So,
can we do something there?
Yeah.
I'll let you know what happens. Does the MJ Morning Show continue?
I'm real nervous about it.
I guess we'll find out. Listen, I've asked our listeners to just help us out. Tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. Tell 3 people a day, hey, I heard this, man. I love the MJ Morning Show. Tell 3 people a day to check out the MJ Morning Show because, listen, there are people out there that don't know about us, don't listen to us. So if you know somebody, a friend, relative, coworker, at the office, people don't listen to us, tell them to just listen for a couple of days and they'll be hooked. Tell people to listen to the MJ Morning Show. It's going to put me in a better negotiating position.
Yeah.
If you want the show to continue.
Do your part, people.
Help a brother out here, man. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, and they'll learn all about rice cookers.
Yeah. How about that? All right. So, a couple of additional nutbag local stories. Again, the whole Florida deal. Oh, yeah, it happened in Florida. Shocker. And, here in the Tampa Bay area, we're turning into, one of these machines that's just cranking out the crazy stories. With the Howard Franklin Bridge story yesterday, which I'll get to in just a second, I'd love to grab phone calls. If anyone witnessed what happened on the Howard Franklin Bridge at 9:30 yesterday morning, we're talking about pandemonium, total insanity. If you don't know why the Howard Franklin southbound on 275 was shut down for like 3 hours yesterday, if you don't know what happened, we'll tell you the story in a second. First of all, here's another one of these nutso stories. Right out of St. Pete, right here. 30-year-old woman facing domestic battery charges struck her daughter with a frozen chicken. Got a frozen chicken attack. This is making the national, wacko news sites. Cops say the poultry crime occurred in St. Petersburg in the residence of Mary Marquardt and her child, age not listed in court. The victim stated that the accused threw a frozen chicken that struck her on the right leg. Marquardt's sister told police that she observed the defendant tossing the bird and striking the victim with the frozen chicken.
All right, hold on. Was it a whole chicken?
Yeah, big whole chicken.
Not chicken pieces?
No, I think it was a fryer. Yep. So I'm looking at the mugshot. So we got a battery with a chicken, right?
We've heard of this before. Hasn't someone else recently hit someone with some kind of frozen meat? Maybe it was a sausage. Did I dream that? Or have we talked about that?
Yeah, you're dreaming about sausage apparently every night. All right, then here's another. Listen to this. Eric Thomas of Largo. He calls the cops to complain that he was robbed and he's a drug dealer.
Always love these stories.
I mean, if you're a drug dealer, like a legit drug dealer, there's some losses you have to take.
So if you're an illegal drug dealer,
yes,
it is not a good idea to call the cops and complain that a customer ripped you off.
That's another thing that happens often.
Eric Thomas, 33, called police in Largo to report that he was selling marijuana and somebody stole $10 from him while attempting to sell the marijuana. What the hell? $10? And he calls the Largo police to say, oh, man. So He reports the theft. He had 10 baggies of pot on him when the police came to the reported theft of $10.
All right, so it's still illegal to sell marijuana in the state of Florida.
Yeah. I mean, in Florida, it remains illegal to possess marijuana with the intent to sell it.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
you got to buy your marijuana from, a legit distribution place for medical use. We don't have recreational marijuana sales in the state. Oh, that's being pushed. That's going to be on the ballot next time around. In 2024, that's coming around on the ballot again. First, it was medical marijuana, and you got to go to a dispensary, and you have to have the appropriate medical marijuana thing to buy the medical marijuana. Listen, Froggy's got a medical marijuana card.
Allegedly.
And what do you mean allegedly? You've admitted it on the show 100 times.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You medicate during every commercial
No,
break.
but that's an absolute lie. Say it again. I'll take you to HR.
Okay, and we'll do a drug
puffing
test.
stuff.
Who is HR around here?
Nobody.
Damn it. All right,
So
then.
this guy calls the cops to say that he got ripped off for $10 and he's a marijuana dealer. What a bonehead.
$10.
Yeah, so
Little dimer.
So once they arrested him, I heard they searched his wallet and found 2 little baggies of cocaine as well. So this guy's
That's personal use.
This guy's he's in a world of hurt.
guy's got a big. You call the cops over getting ripped off for $10? I mean, even if you were ripped off for $100, if you're a drug dealer, you don't call the cops.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go this time with my $10.
Was anybody on the Howard Franklin yesterday? Now, I'm sure tons of people were stuck in traffic because traffic was backed up for like 10 miles. 3 hours. It was a mess. If anyone listened, or if anyone listening witnessed what happened, I'd love to hear from you. By any chance, is anybody listening that saw the crazy events unfold? Howard Franklin Bridge, southbound 275, about 9:30 yesterday morning. Let me tell you what happened. And if anyone saw this, if anyone witnessed this insanity, I'd love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you witnessed any of this, or even if you were stuck in the traffic jam, how long did it take you to get out of this mess? 800-990-1047. Would love to hear from you. And if by any chance you were close to the accident and then the stabbing, the middle of the bridge, I'd love to hear from you. Fire up the phones, 800-990-1047. Here's what happened. This is the narrative from Sergeant Steve Gaskins, the Florida Highway Patrol Public Affairs Officer from Troop C here in the Tampa Bay area. On September 26th, yesterday, at 9:24 a.m., Florida Highway Patrol troopers responded to a crash involving 3 sedans along the southbound lanes of I-275 on the Howard Franklin. Troopers discovered that a 35-year-old Tampa man, described as driver number 1, had stopped the car dead in the middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge, right in the middle of the travel lanes, and was slumped over the inside of his vehicle for unknown reasons. A 40-year-old Tampa man, described as driver number 2, and his 43-year-old wife, they saw the stopped car. And then they see the guy slumped over. They're like fearing this guy's having a medical emergency. So driver 2 pulls in front of the stopped car, which was a smart move, gets out to try to render assistance to the driver that's like passed out in the middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge yesterday. So he gets out of the vehicle, car's locked. So driver 2 goes to his vehicle, gets an item to break the window to assist driver 1. Before this could happen, driver 1 awakes. He awakens and hits his accelerator and smashes his car into the Good Samaritan in front of him now in car number 2. So guy wakes up, oh my God, let me, and just crashes into the car in front of him.
I think I know what happened there, but I'll continue.
Yeah, let me finish the story here. So at that point, Driver 1 reverses and attempts to drive around the Good Samaritan car in front of him, but then collides with driver 3, a car that's passing by to the side. Driver 3, 38-year-old Tampa man, stopped, exited his vehicle, approaches driver number 1, broke out the side window, and then begins to stab driver number 1, who was slumped over, that then awakens and then crashes into car 2. Now we've got a third car involved, and driver 1 hits the third car. That guy gets out, smashes the guy's window, and then starts stabbing him with a pocket knife.
Oh my God.
The middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge yesterday. This is freaking insane.
It's horrifying.
So driver 2 and his wife returned to driver number 1 to try to, stop the actions of driver 3. As the pair approached, driver 3 diverted his attention and attempted to stab the Good Samaritans, driver 2 and his wife, who both fled before being harmed. Then there's a passing St. Petersburg police officer. He stops, detains driver 3. Now, there are reports that driver 3, the guy that got all stabby and started stabbing the guy that was stopped and slumped over, there are reports that the guy with the knife was standing on cars and jumping on hoods. I mean, this is the middle of traffic at 9:24 yesterday morning, Howard Franklin southbound. I mean, this is just pure pandemonium.
Oh.
Probably people watching it while we're on the air.
So
listening
then
to us.
Driver 1 was transported to an area hospital, serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Driver 3 has been identified as Patrick Douglas Scruggs. Does anyone know 38-year-old Patrick Scruggs of Tampa? Yeah, he was arrested by FHP, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, burglary of an occupied conveyance. He was taken to the Pinellas County Jail. Howard Franklin closed. Portions closed for nearly 3 hours yesterday.
Wow. Okay, I have some ideas.
Nuts. So if anyone witnessed this, I would love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Or if you were stuck in this mess, how long were you stuck? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, Cash Kitty's coming up in a minute. Yes, Rox.
So I have this weird quirk. Whenever I watch movies, if I get horizontal, I fall asleep, right? So I'm on the couch watching a movie.
Does that go for everything?
No. Yeah. No, low blood pressure.
She's the one who said it. He's just asking the obvious question.
Because it's like low blood pressure, okay? Yeah. So I lie down, I fall asleep. So anyways, I'll be watching a movie, but I don't want people to know that I'm sleeping. So I start laughing at it. I'll just wake up real quick and I'll just and just to make people think I'm still watching the movie.
How does this tie into the accident scene?
Just have some patience.
Right,
oh yeah.
So this driver,
we'll find out in about half an hour.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, by 8:30 we'll find out.
This driver, okay, blowhard. Okay,
Whoa, let's get to it.
This driver woke up and was like, nothing to see here. I'm just driving. Like he was asleep driving. He caught himself sleeping and he's like, nope, I'm fine.
Oh, it's like the wake up, don't want to be embarrassed
The
kind of
start
thing.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake.
I'm fine. I'm up.
Are you asleep? No.
See?
I know what you're talking
But
about.
he wakes up and he sees cars in the other lanes whizzing by him. He quickly realizes, holy crap, I'm on the interstate, step on it, and then he smashes into car 2.
Yeah.
MG, why? Any information on why driver 1, the biggest victim and the cause of this whole thing?
The guy that stopped the car was slumped over, then wakes up. I've seen nothing. There's nothing yet in the police report on why car number 1 was stopped and sleeping and slumped over in the middle of Howard Franklin, 275 South, where cars are doing 75, 80 miles an hour. No information on why he was initially slumped over before he woke up and then hit car number 3. And then car number 3's driver gets out and smashes the guy's window and starts stabbing him. Nothing.
So I've seen a picture that's online and it's credited to Tara Iglinski of Scruggs standing over driver 1 with a knife in a back position, and you see driver one holding his hands out like, hey, man, get away from me, with his door still closed and the window busted out.
Crazy stuff. Hey, let me do the Cash Kitty here real quick.
Holy crap.
What was
Does
that?
Cash Kitty have a knife? That's scary.
The Cash Kitty's going to stab you on the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Get that mangy thing away from me.
All right, let's go. Cash Kitty right now. Here's this hour's word for your chance at $1,000. So this hour's word is winner. WINNER. Text the word winner nationwide to 45911 right now before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. So text the word winner nationwide to 45911 right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, all these lines are ringing here. Andrew's been answering like tons of phone calls here, but he's not putting anything on hold. Hey, Andrew, you're taking tons of calls. What are all the people calling about? Because you're not putting anything on hold for me.
Yeah, well, nothing worth putting on hold for you.
Okay,
that's a good answer, actually.
Are they calling with theories, or were they actually in the backup? Did they witness anything?
I've watched you answer 20 phone calls in there.
I've had one gentleman trying to get on with you about this. Let's say he was walking by and saw the stabbing.
Oh, he was just walking by?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So,
yeah.
listen, MJ, obviously a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people were stuck in this traffic jam. I was amazed when I saw how far it went back to by the time I drove over the bridge, about 10:45, it was back to past the airport exit. I mean, coming into, like, by almost where Lois is. Yeah. And I was like, holy crap, these aren't moving anytime soon. And I remember thinking how many Amazon trucks were just stuck in this traffic.
Rick, our program director, operations guy, he was stuck in the traffic, and he was like just stopped.
Yeah.
And he, I guess, was able to talk to a highway patrol trooper, because where he was stopped, there was a trooper next to him, and they weren't moving at all. And Rick told me last night that the trooper said it's one of the wildest things he's ever seen, that he's never seen anything like this, that it was something out of like some kind of crazy movie deal.
How did they get emergency vehicles to the scene?
Well,
from the Tampa side, it was pretty backed up.
You have, the construction lane, so I guess you can use the construction lane where all the Bob's barricades, because they're building a new bridge, so they have the construction lane where all the construction traffic and the concrete trucks pull down all the time.
So some ambulance just came and took out all the barricades?
I'd love to, talk to someone that actually witnessed this thing, but what a complete, total melee. If by any chance you witness something or you got something to add, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. It looks like Andrew has Javier on the line. Let me see what's going on here. And then Fester was horrified at what he saw on television last night. Was I right or wrong about this thing?
You were right.
Yeah, Fester was horrified. We'll explain in a second. All right, Javier, MJ Morning Show, you're on. Hi.
Hello?
Yeah, Javier, you're on the show. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was going northbound when I saw the cars on top of the bridge. But then on my way back, because I went to Odessa, and on my way back, I got stuck on the traffic. But I was all the way backed up to the airport.
Oh, jeez, you were on the veterans backed up to the airport?
So he passed it both ways.
And there was cars turning back.
Hey, so Javier, let me ask you a question.
Why would you go back?
Exactly.
Javier?
So if you were going north and then you had to go to Odessa, then come south, why did you get into that mess? Why wouldn't you take the Courtney Campbell or go to the Gandhi to get back over?
Because I was heading back to Palmetto, but I thought it was just like a fender bender. You would think you would move to the side. I didn't think nothing of it.
All right, so Javier, in total, how long were you stuck in traffic?
Oh, geez, a little over an hour just to get from the veterans to where the accident was. It took me just a little over an hour.
Yeah, that was in the cleanup phase of all of it, Javier.
Yeah.
It was the back part of it. I got the back part of it.
Yeah, and some people were stuck in this crap for like 3 hours.
No place to turn around.
There was cars turning around, going, just turning around, going underneath the bridges and stuff like that, just to turn around, I guess.
Hold on, you saw people turning around going the wrong way on the road?
gas.
Oh, man. All right, Javier, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
All right. What a crazy story. All right, so Fester, you watched it.
It was the number one show. You know how they rank their shows?
Yeah.
It was the number one show on Max, HBO streaming service.
Is it number one now?
It was. It wasn't. They have number one movies and they had number one shows, and the Weenage show was number one.
The Weenage show. So here's the deal.
Are there some embarrassing weens on that?
Oh my
All
God!
right, Freud, please watch the language.
depends.
What did I say?
All right, hang on.
God, I hate this.
That was more preemptive than
not
anything.
right.
You didn't say anything, but it was more
It's
preemptive.
not right.
I'm just trying to just stop you before you go too far.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So if you were listening in January of 2022, right after Christmas break, right after New Year's, and we get back to the MJ Morning Show early January of 22, Michelle and I and the kids, we were in London over Christmas, and Michelle and I saw this TV show called Naked Attraction. And it's a dating show with full frontal nudity. This is the craziest premise. I came back from the trip, and one of the first things we talked about on the air in January of 22 is, oh, my God, guys, I just saw this show on British television. Michelle and I were in the hotel. We're in London. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We turn the TV on. We're scrolling, and we come across this TV show, and they've got 6 colored boxes, like big cubes with different colors. And then contestants are standing in each box. And each box has a shade that starts at the bottom and goes to the top. And then there's a contestant who gets to pick. So sometimes it's a woman picking men. Sometimes it's men picking women. Sometimes it's women picking women. So they got the gay lesbian thing going. They got the straight thing going. And the person who's the contestant picks from the individuals in these glass boxes. And during the course of the game, there's a reveal, and the shade goes up. It shows their feet, their ankles, their knees, their thighs. It gets to their crotch, and there is nothing. It is full frontal female, full frontal male. They are completely naked in the boxes, and that's how the dating show works, is the contestant picks who they're most interested in based on the reveal, and then they eliminate them. No, you're not my type. You have too much stuff in the middle. Oh, I don't like your thighs touching. I mean, all kinds of, your things to this, you think, whatever. One woman, I remember one guy, when we were watching in London, one woman was like completely unkempt down there.
Oh,
and it was like, it was like a
Weird Al in a headlock.
It was like Weird Al in a head. Yeah, it was like
That's
weird.
exactly what it was like.
It was like Don.
Leg lock.
It was like Don King down there.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so
Yes.
so
like Weird Al and Don King had a baby.
It's
right there.
the craziest show. So we come back from vacation. I talk about it. It's called Naked Attraction. But the reason why we're bringing this up again is I mentioned on the show yesterday that all 6 seasons or 6 seasons of the show are now available on HBO Max, which they now call Max. So all of the uncensored episodes are on the Max streaming service now, formerly HBO Max, now just Max. And so you can watch these things, and they're uncensored. Oh, and I got to point out that the contestant that's picking the naked people, once they get down to the final 2, the contestant doing the picking has to strip their clothes off.
Okay, I have a question about this.
Yeah.
So we watched, remember when you first saw it in Europe, we watched a tiny clip of it on this computer in this office, in the studio.
Yep.
And the thing that shocked me about it is, how like if someone's in this is old school, but like a magazine, like a woman in a magazine, she's going to be posed the right way. It's going to be like a flattering, whatever. This is like so almost medical and scientific. They're just like standing there, feet firmly planted in the ground.
What's medical and scientific?
Because it's not like a pose.
This is a
It's not like
naked exploitation show.
That's what I mean.
Where
That's
you're
what I
like
mean.
ridiculing other people's bodies.
Yeah.
And you're discounting them and throwing them out of the mix because you don't like their thighs or you don't like the crotch area, whatever.
It's like meat at a butcher or something. They're just standing there like not
But what's
pose,
medical and scientific about that?
because
They're
it's
just
not hand on a
standing
hip
there.
like a Vertuvian man. They're standing 2 feet to the ground, like just splayed out.
Okay.
Rather than like trying to be sexy or like come across.
There's nothing sexy about it.
Right.
So-
that's my point.
Well, listen, when we watched, there were, for instance, there were some women that were very attractive that had amazing bodies. Listen, but
Did the carpet match the drapes? What?
Whoa.
Listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Listen, what turns one person on doesn't turn somebody else on. Anyway, Fester sends me this email last night, right?
Yeah.
Fester sends this email. I watched that British naked attraction show. I made it through the first episode. I don't think I ever need to see that again.
I don't think
Right?
I ever need to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch it? And by the way, this kind of got dropped quietly. There was no big deal about this. It just shows up on Max, on the streaming service. And there was no fanfare. And it's getting notoriety now. People are realizing, oh, look what they just put this crazy naked British dating show, 6 seasons on Max. Was Allison watching with you?
Oh, we watched it together.
Oh,
And I didn't tell her what we were watching. So it's like, 8:45.
I'm going to call her right now.
We put
Do it,
the
do it,
kids
do it.
to bed.
See, I feel like this shows the equivalent of parents who tell kids to smoke a whole pack of cigarettes to turn them off of cigarettes. Right? This show, like, it's just too much. You watch it, you're like, I never want to see the human body again.
I did that to my kids. I made them smoke an entire cigar and inhale the whole
No,
thing.
you didn't.
Yeah.
At what, at 5?
Yeah, it was like a Winston Churchill.
How old were they?
They're 4 and 7.
No, you didn't. Stop it. Hey, Allison.
Yes.
All right, folks, Allison Fester's wife on the MJ Morning Show Live. So I understand you really enjoyed Naked Attraction last night.
Oh, dear God. It was not what I expected, that's for sure. He didn't give me any idea of what we were watching.
Yeah, that's what Fester just said, that he just turned it on and just it's just in your face, right?
Oh.
Literally. It was a lot in my face all at once, and it was really, really disturbing.
I mean, listen, the human form is the human form, but I didn't tell her anything weird. I just
Do
put it
you
on.
start with episode 1, season 1?
Episode 1, season
All
1.
right, now, so how many games, how many contestants, and how many rounds?
2 contestants.
Okay. All right, and what was it? Was it a woman picking men? Was it a man picking women? Was it woman on woman, man on man? What was it?
I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
The first one, Allison, was the woman who picked from like 6 guys of different races and sizes and everything.
Right.
I mean, it was a cornucopia of wieners.
Right.
And then
The most memorable one, though, that I cannot erase from my brain, there was a guy that had a giant elephant head on his lower appendage area, and his trunk was coming out quite far.
yeah, the guy had like an elephant tattoo with like the trunk was the wiener.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
He had an elephant crotch tattoo?
Spoiler alert,
Yes.
that's the one she picked.
Oh my God.
Yes.
She picked Elephant Man?
The guy had
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes, he had a tattoo of like 2 big elephant ears on like his pelvis,
oh
and
my
then like
God.
eyes in his upper area, and then like the
Yeah.
trunk.
Was
I'm
he
like,
blessed?
It's an elephant trunk.
It was like, okay, what first attracted you to your mate? Oh, his elephant wiener.
But that's the one. That's the one she picked. Anyway, but then the second one was a woman
Picking.
who bats from both sides of the plate. There were women and men.
Oh, so it was
Yes.
a mixed array.
She-
So did she pick a woman or did she pick? So she's bisexual.
And ultimately, she picked a woman.
Really?
So the
Wow.
first woman picked
Well,
Elephant Man, and the second woman picked another woman. And I'm watching this, and the first reveal, MJ, is waist down. It's not like feet, knees. It's like first one's straight crotch. The first reveal was like right up to the waist.
Whatever season that we saw, whatever episode, they didn't go right to the crotch.
Okay.
They lifted. You saw like knees. You saw the thighs before it got. The shades got raised up because they keep raising the shade to get the full reveal. And finally, once you're down to. I'm trying to remember.
Bottom two.
Bottom 2. Then they reveal the face. Do you choose before the face? I can't remember. But-
Crazy. I feel like the female in the bisexual competition would have the advantage because females just kind of look like more put together, tasteful, demure,
Hey,
right?
yeah.
You would think that. But no. No. They zoomed in so far, it was, I could tell that she'd had a C-section.
Oh,
man. Hey, Allison, did you see Fester's picture that Froggy sneakily took of your husband, Fester, on my Instagram? Did you see this picture?
I have not. What is it?
Well, Fester was changing into the twocollegebrothers.com moving and storage shirt for our photo shoot yesterday with Two College Brothers because they're putting the whole morning team on the side of one of their new moving trucks. So the whole crew, we did a photo shoot yesterday, and Fester was in the morning show office taking off his shirt and putting on the purple Two College Brothers moving and storage shirt. And while the shirt is over Fester's face and can't say a thing, Froggy snaps a picture of your husband with like full belly and everything hanging out.
Isn't that awesome?
Absolutely crazy.
And
we're doing a 2.0 on this one, huh?
And I captioned the photo, Froggy is a no good, awful, terrible, repulsive, exploitative individual for taking this picture of Fester during a very vulnerable moment while he was changing into a Two College Brothers Moving and Storage t-shirt for a photo shoot this morning. Two College Brothers Moving and Storage putting a giant picture of the crew on the side of their one of their new moving trucks. So, Froggy, just awful. Yeah. And then I was waiting to see how long it was going to take for people to say, well, MJ, you put it on your Instagram. Well, duh.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, you're no better.
Yeah, right.
Well, and then people were like calling me out. MJ, you're complaining about Froggy being terrible and awful and no good, and you put it on your Instagram? Duh. That's the comedy. That's the comedy in what I wrote in the caption. All right, folks, you got to see this.
All right, hold on now, MJ.
You got to go see the image. The picture is on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. So go take a look at this thing. Certified MJ Radio. It is the picture of the day. Froggy completely violated Fester's privacy, and then I posted it. I posted it on my Instagram. So if you want to see it, hey, listen, like it, make a comment. Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. Take a look. And while you're there, if you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow because you never know what the hell you're going to see. So, hey, Allison, good to talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, talk to you later.
Oh, do you want to see that show again or never?
Will I watch it again? That's a hard pass.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Well, actually, it's a soft pass based on what I've heard about the show. Because you can't.
All right, Roxanne,
Listen, I mean, looking at a bunch of wieners is like the law of diminishing returns.
But listen,
exactly.
Yeah, you're into one of them, and then there's
hold on a minute. It's men and women. Hold on. Melissa saw the show. All right, Melissa in Largo watched last night. Apparently, hi, Melissa. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. Hey, guys.
Hey.
So I binged watched it as well last night, but I put it on not having any idea that they were going to go full frontal right away when they lift that screen.
Right.
And I would just warn you, if you have a 70-inch TV like I do, just to be aware that most of these men are uncircumcised.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
All right, I dumped that.
That's a clinical term.
All right,
You're
okay.
insane.
All right.
A lot of these guys are au natural.
Okay, all right, okay. I kind of, I just dumped that. Now, did Melissa deliver a medical term on the MJ Morning Show? She did.
Completely appropriate.
Did she violate any FCC regulations?
Absolutely not.
She did not.
I mean, she's not comparing them to sweaters.
For 8:20 in the morning, decorum purposes,
oh my God.
I dumped what I cut. What? Oh, I cut.
You cut the uncut comment. Exactly.
Oh my God.
You know, just be warned that it's in your face. But I will say this. Most men, I do believe a lot of men might benefit from watching it because you feel better about yourself, or you feel like, maybe this is the norm if you're, a little on the smaller side there, because you get to see a variety, and then you get to see, like, wow, there's some guys that...
Okay, everybody's bodies are different.
I mean...
Exactly.
Did you see the first episode, Melissa? Episode 1, season 1? Okay,
the elephant trunk?
Yes, with the elephant trunk.
The elephant trunk.
I mean...
I would have picked him as well.
One guy,
sure.
one guy got passed up for like being too endowed. And she's like, "Oh no, I'm not getting anywhere near that. You're out." And I'm like, "That's the best reason to get kicked off this game."
All right. Anyway, Fester, Melissa, thank you so much. All right, Melissa, thanks for listening.
Yeah, call me later. We'll have a watch party.
Oh, jeez.
So,
exactly.
Wait a second.
Yes.
I haven't seen.
Do you need Melissa still?
Melissa, you can chime in if you'd like to, but it's a question for Fester as well.
Okay.
Okay. Like, wait, are you telling me that they critique the actual, like they say they use language to talk about, like, hey, I don't like how that looks because it's this or that?
One guy.
Absolutely everything.
The commentary. Oh,
One
my
guy
gosh.
because it's straight critique. You're looking at 6 people with their bottom halves revealed, and you're looking at each one. What do you like? What do you don't like? From the maintenance of it to the size of it to the girth of it to everything.
Fester, I don't need that kind of description from
You're really getting in debt.
Then you have to tell them why you're rejecting them.
Yeah.
What it is about them that you actually don't like. So, yeah, it's a lot of critiquing. I don't think I could do it. And I have a great body. I don't think I could stand there naked and be critiqued.
Hold on, Melissa. Melissa, you've just made the statement you have a great body.
Oh, no. That I do.
Melissa,
Melissa, if you know, you know.
You are confident. Melissa, how old are you?
45, and I have 4 kids, and I look amazing. So I'm very confident about it. And and I couldn't stand there. Even with the women, when the women were standing there, there was a woman that was a little fluffy, and she eliminated her right away by saying, like, that's just too much for me, And so you have to hear heavy critique about your body, your bum, your knees, even to the way that they were standing.
Yeah, the stance.
The way that they were standing was offensive.
Like one guy was standing and he was slightly like pushing everything out, and she's like, no, that's too much in my face. Get it out of here.
Melissa, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Thank you for listening.
Love's a little early for
Melissa,
that.
do you tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show?
I heard you say that this morning, and I am going to tell people, and here's a funny story. My daughter grew up listening to you, my older daughter. She grew up listening to you, and when she heard you guys back on the radio, she said it brought back her whole childhood, and now she realizes why she is as funny as she is, because she carries on your kind of like banter with people. Wow. So, it's...
How old's your daughter now?
They're back. She's 28.
So your daughter's 28. All right. So, and does she listen to us every day?
She does listen to you guys every day. She's
awesome.
Probably in her art gallery right now listening, going, oh, my God, there's my mom.
Oh, she's an artist.
Thank you. Hey, Melissa, have a great day, and keep in touch with us, okay?
Well. Thank you. Love you guys.
Melissa with the hot body.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
super confident. I wonder what her daughter's body looks like.
Right?
She can say that. She pushed 4 kids out.
All right. Moving along. You ready for family fun night at a school where things take a little bit of a twist? This is crazy. This is in Indiana. And, schools have different events. You got the parent-teacher day.
Meet the teacher.
You got different events at schools. You have some daytime events. You got some night. They got fundraisers, whatever. In Indiana's school had family fun night. And a teacher at the school has been arrested. Why? She was caught with meth and paraphernalia in her hair scrunchie.
Ooh.
I never heard of that. If you're a police officer, is that if a woman is wearing a hair scrunchie, I got to believe that police, they know this. Listen, cops, they know all the tricks of the trade. They know all the crap that happens on the street. This is insane. Can you imagine family fun night at a school? Teacher was arrested last week, caught with meth hidden inside her hair scrunchie during family fun night. Sarah Duncan. Apparently that Duncan runs on meth. Sarah Duncan.
Nice.
Sarah Duncan, 35, allegedly took a picture during an event at it's the Helfrich Park STEM Academy on September 12th with 2 students who noticed her unusual hair scrunchie after the photo was taken. Both juveniles stated that Duncan let her hair down for the photo, according to the Evansville, Indiana police officers. After the photo, the juveniles cleaned up the area, located bluish-colored velvet-type scrunchie with a white zipper on the table. They noticed the scrunchie was heavier than the typical scrunchie. They opened the zipper pouch and observed a glass vial that contained white powder they believed to be drugs, along with a cut straw with white powder. Hold on, you're telling me that do they sell a drug stash scrunchie for women to keep their drugs in their hair scrunchie?
You know, at those smoke shops and stuff, they have a whole section of stuff like, it's like a Mountain Dew can.
Yeah.
And you can open it.
Oh, those have been around for a while.
But there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I've never seen a scrunchie, but like
to conceal stuff. To
carry conceal
like a belt. They have a belt buckle. All kinds of stuff.
So these we used to call them head shops back in the day.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
right?
head shops. And they're popping up everywhere. These smoke shops are.
It's like CBD gummies,
it's
man.
all over the place that they're opening these things up. So can you imagine this? So the students immediately notified another teacher, who told them to throw the scrunchie in the trash. The teacher then got the scrunchie out of the trash and put it in her classroom, notified the school's principal and the assistant principal. So after the family fun night event ended about 6 p.m., Duncan was seen by two janitors frantically searching for something. Yeah, she's looking for her scrunchie with her meth and her little meth pipe inside.
Look what I found. I found hideaway scrunchies, and they have a zipper on them.
Hold on. Is this hideawayscrunchies.com?
It is stashyourmeth.com.
Naturallife.com.
There's a bunch of them on Amazon.
They have hideaway scrunchies. Look at this. Yeah, it's a scrunchie for women's ponytails with a zipper on the side.
But it's for your AirPods and keys.
That's what they're displaying. Or your crack pipe or your meth pipe and your
stash.
Oh my God, $12. It's a scrunchie with a hidden zipper. Man, I didn't even know this existed.
I wish I had long hair.
So security camera footage shows her frantically looking for something. Duncan, who was an 8th grade teacher, was wearing the scrunchie earlier that night. Field test tested positive for methamphetamine. Days later, the school's deputy chief of staff and Evansville police went with Duncan to a nearby clinic to take a drug test. It gets even wackier. Her first 2 urine samples were too small and did not reach the temperature for testing. While she made a third attempt, officers observed an unauthorized collection container fall out of her shorts. So she had some urine she brought with her. Oh. She brought some clean urine in a container, and that fell out of her pants.
I mean,
people do that.
If it doesn't meet the temperature test.
Oh, my God.
Everybody knows you have to carry your fake urine under your armpit.
Duncan stated that she was not aware of the pouch container in her shorts. Yeah, she tried to say, it was somebody else's underwear that she was wearing that it fell out of.
She's a mess.
This woman is a mess.
All right, did you say?
I'm sorry. She's a meth.
Did you say it was a blue scrunchie?
Yes.
I think I found the exact one on Amazon. The scrunchy stash.
So Duncan stated that she did not know how or when the pouch or container got into her shorts that day. Yeah. Duncan stated that there may be another one of them at a residence that were not purchased by her, but by someone who knows, probably uses them to pass drug screening tests. Anyway, she was hauled off to jail. She was fired the same day as her arrest. So no longer an 8th grade teacher. Is that a methed up story?
Too bad it's not Monday.
Oh man. It could have been a Meth Lab Monday story, Froggy. You're 100% right.
What is it? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, yeah. But let's pretend that I'm doing this on a Monday.
6 o'clock already, I was just in the middle of a dream. I thought I heard MJ talk about crystal methamphetamine.
Yeah, you sure as hell did in the scrunchie.
It's just another Meth Lab Monday.
Well, it's a Wednesday, but
the crooks are on the run day.
I think you get the point, though.
The cops are gonna come day. It's gonna be a fun day. It's just
It is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, so it's 8:30. A lot of stuff coming up. So 9 o'clock hour is going to be jammed as usual. Folks, if you listen to the show at this time, you got to figure out a way how to continue listening when you get to work or keep listening in the 9 o'clock hour every day. First of all, we got the 9:10 must-hear story. Every day at 9:10, must-hear story. The content in the 9 o'clock hour is phenomenal. I make sure of it. It's not like crap toward the end of the show. No, 9 o'clock hour is solid. But today, we're giving away 2 great items. So in the 9 o'clock hour, we're giving away a 4-pack of passes to Busch Gardens Howl of Scream with parking. And then I'm giving away the 3rd Zoji Rushi rice cooker, valued at over $200 here on another day during National Rice Month. And Zoji Rushi saw my Instagram posts about how I do all kinds of cooking. Like, you should see the steak I made last night. I got delivery of my ridiculously expensive meat thermometer.
And who eats steak in the middle of the week? An animal.
I haven't had a steak in 30 days. This is the first steak I've had.
Oh, you count the days?
In over a month. This is the first red meat I've had in over a month. And I craved the steak.
You sound like my friend who's trying to stop drinking.
But
I haven't had a drink in 30 days,
But hey, here's the deal. I love a steak. I limit my red meat. But I love a steak.
Yeah,
and then
doesn't?
Remember, I told the story on the air yesterday that I was feeling a little guilty, but I purchased a meat thermometer, this like latest and greatest meat thermometer. It's made by Typhur, Typhur. And it's a little pricey. It's $109, but I like my kitchen tools, and I'm sick and tired of buying these $12.99 meat thermometers that last for like 2 weeks or 2 months, and then they break. So this one is like super high quality. It's an OLED display. They say it's the fastest reading meat thermometer on the market.
It was so fast in the video, I don't even believe it.
It was very fast. So I shot a video last night. My medium rare ribeye is just deliciously dynamic. And if you want to see the picture and the video, that's on my Instagram as well, Certified MJ Radio. Take a look at it. But, you know, I was like, debate, should I do it? It's a $109 meat thermometer. And I ordered it, and the price from Amazon was the same as ordering it from the company, so I just did Amazon because it was 1 day prime delivery, blah, blah, blah. So it arrived yesterday. So with my new meat thermometer and the fact that I hadn't had a steak in like 30 days, I walked up to Publix and I got a nice 16-ounce ribeye, which was just, look at the steak. It's like I'm a professional. And then I demonstrate.
God, you are outrageous.
And I demoed the new meat thermometer. Anyway, the bottom line is, it's on my Instagram. Check it out.
How come you can't get an air fryer, but you can buy that thing?
We actually have an air fryer now.
Ooh, breaking news.
Well, but it's Julian's, and Julian is not allowed to bring it up to
so you
college.
commandeered it.
So
patience pays.
He left it at the house, exactly.
Very nice.
But this is where the rice maker comes in, is that Zoji Rushi America, from Japan, makes the best rice makers on the planet. And they saw me making rice in their machine, and they said, hey, you're a radio show. You want to give away rice makers for National Rice Month, which is September? I said, hell yeah. So that's why we're giving away rice makers. No morning show in America has ever given away rice makers. I mean, expect the unexpected from the MJ Morning Show. But this is like top quality. This is a $200 plus appliance that is awesome. And we're giving away the 3rd one right after 9 o'clock this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. So keep listening. And then on Thursday, tomorrow, then on Friday, we'll give away additional units. So stand by. We have, what time is it? I got plenty of time. 8:35 now at the MJ Morning Show. I saw an item yesterday. Here's why you shouldn't record meltdowns on an airplane. I'm like, what?
Please give me a good reason not to.
Exactly. So let me roll this by you. A former FAA insider, so someone that worked at the FAA, is saying, no, you should not record incidents on an airplane. So when someone has a meltdown, you know, you've got the lady that did the whole, I'm Instagram famous, you know, that lady. Or, hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Bring up the Instagram famous lady and let me know when you have it. Bring up the lady who's, seeing mysterious shapeshifters in the back of the airplane.
That's a hot girl summer Tiffany Gomez.
You know what? two of the most prevalent airplane meltdowns recently. The women were
really good
were
looking.
attractive. Yeah. Really attractive wackos. You know, wackos come in all shapes and sizes.
You gotta love them.
Yeah.
It's the great equalizer.
All right, so here's the deal. If a passenger goes bonkers on your flight, a Federal Aviation Administration safety rep said that if you video the incident, you are likely to escalate the altercation and make it worse, make it more dangerous.
Well, yeah.
If someone's got a cell phone in your face, it could make the situation worse, says FAA Representative Trey Walters. Actually, I think I might have said former. No, I think current FAA employee. If a flight attendant, for example, is trying to attend to a passenger that's having an issue, having people reaching their hands out in front of that person's face trying to record the situation definitely creates added risk. Yeah.
You know what you could do is you could pretend like you're FaceTiming someone and just still hold the camera in their face.
Well, there are people that know how to kind of
surreptitiously,
secretly and, kind of sneaky video taking versus, holding the camera, out. Oh, I'm holding my camera phone in front of the MJ TV thing right now. Yeah. And you're looking at my Pixel 6 Pro, which is going bye-bye in a couple of weeks. Yes. Google, take my money now. I'm going to get the new Pixel 8 Pro.
You're such a little... You need to have all the latest, don't you?
Dude,
you just have to.
I've had this phone for 2 years. My battery is dying quicker than ever now. It is 2 years.
Put one of those battery chargers from the solar light.
Listen, I know people that get a phone every year. I don't do that.
They have battery boosters.
I know, but you can't carry them all the time. And my phone battery, it's time for a new phone. Michelle and I are both getting the new Pixel 8 Pro when it comes out in a couple of weeks.
Congrats.
So don't record meltdowns on an airplane. Give me a break.
Someone just mentioned, this is a good point. Why don't airlines have cameras on the plane? Is it harder to get all the angles, I guess, because it's a tube. I don't know.
Do we need to be videotaping every flight? I mean,
of course we should. That's a brilliant point.
So listen, a lot of
all we would know where that one Malaysian aircraft is.
Buses now, like school buses and some charter buses, they have cameras that video the inside of the bus.
Yeah, buses.
So it's kind of an interesting point. All right, here's the Instagram famous lady.
I gotta look it up.
Andrew, do you have it? All right, roll the audio. Listen, here's the Instagram lady from the airplane.
I'm Instagram famous.
I love her.
And yeah, give me the longer version. Which is
Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. Yeah, you guys did nothing wrong. No, you shut the up. You shut the up and you're bitch. You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum. Shut the up. Shut up.
Her delivery is very savage.
Instagram famous, you bleeping bum.
She is right.
Yeah. And then we had the not real lady who was like, if you want to die on this airplane. So we made a sweeper out of that. We made an MJ Morning Show sound effect. Listen.
They can either believe it or they cannot believe it. But I am telling you right now.
MJ.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Fester.
Not real.
Froggy.
Not real.
And Roxanne.
Not real.
This is the MJ Morning Show.
I don't give two fucks.
On Q105.
Not real.
And remember, she was saying the plane was going to crash if you want to die on this plane. And we still don't have an explanation of what she was on. Did she mix like some white wine at the airport lounge with some kind of pain pills? Or I don't know, like did she take Valium for the flight? I mean,
she was on some whacked out mushroom edibles or something because I know a guy that happened to.
Has she
sort of freaking out?
Has she done like a sit down interview with like,
who cares
John
about her
Stossel
anymore
or something? I do.
I follow her on IG.
I do too. Did you know that the hashtag TMFINR is a thing?
What is it?
That mother bleeper is not real. The acronym of it is a legitimate hashtag.
Are you serious?
Yep. And I follow it.
Nice. All right. Now, we talked about this a month ago. Do you remember that I mentioned it was either early September or late August? You remember I said that the feds were going to do a huge cell phone test nationwide coming up in October, where they're going to send emergency alerts to every cell phone in the country. Remember we talked about this?
Yeah.
It's coming up on October 4th. But let me tell you what's happening here. This is circulating on social media, and I've had several people reach out, and I just want to share one of the direct messages that somebody sent me on Instagram. And, folks, it's very easy to get a hold of me. You can email my personal email, mj@mjmorningshow.com, or you can slide into my DMs. I'm at Certified MJ Radio, so you can send me a message on Instagram. I answer all of my messages. I certainly read them. I try to answer everyone. Certified MJ Radio is on Instagram, or you can just email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. And I got a DM yesterday from Marty, and this is a female Marty. And Marty sent a note to me that says, "Hey, MJ, have you heard about the October 4th cell phone shutdown?" So I did a little research on this, and what's going around is sort of a warped interpretation of the National Cell Phone Emergency Test, which is coming at like 2:20 p.m. on October 4th. But people online are turning it conspiratorial, that the government's shutting down all of our cell phones. And as I read deeper, it's like, oh, yeah, this is a test that when the government wants to just shut off all our phones, they can just throw a switch and make us not be able to communicate with anybody. That's not really what's going on. They're sending out a text message or an emergency alert to every cell phone in the country to test this national system in the event of a national emergency. So some people are saying, well, what do they know? Is something going to happen? Do they expect something? But listen.
I hate this stuff.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's not a national cell phone shutdown coming. It's a test. This is a test. This is only a test. Let me read part of the story from FEMA. Dateline, Washington. From FEMA. FEMA, in coordination with the Federal Communications Commission, will conduct a nationwide test of the Emergency Alert System, EAS, and Wireless Emergency Alerts, WEA, this fall. The national test will consist of two portions testing WEA and EAS capabilities. Both tests are scheduled to begin at approximately 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, October 4th. So that's coming up. That's next Wednesday, right? Yeah. That's a week from today at 2:20 in the afternoon. The WEA, WEA, not to be confused with the old record company, a portion of the test will be directed to all our consumer cell phones. This will be the third nationwide test, but the second test to use all cellular devices. The test message will display in either English or Spanish, depending on the language settings of the wireless handset. Now, folks, we do EAS tests on this radio station.
It seems like all the time.
Listen, once a week. It seems like it's happening every hour, but it's like once a week we have to do a required FCC test where you hear this is a test, and then you hear you hear the noise, and that's just a system that all the radio and TV stations use. So, hey, when an Amber Alert comes out for like Escambia County in the Panhandle and shuts your TV off for 9 minutes, it's the same type of system there. So it's not like a conspiratorial shutdown. They're not taking over our phones, but it's just a test that's going to happen a week from today.
What are they going to say? This is just a test? This is the test of the EAS?
Yeah, I believe it's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to say this is a test of the...
That's what it is.
The whole shebang. Hey, did you see Britney Spears dancing around with knives now? Like she's working at some hibachi grill, flipping shrimp in her hat?
I didn't think about that.
I didn't even think of that.
I'm serious.
Oh, my God.
Britney Spears, a new video came out, and it's just adding to, Britney's losing it. Britney's having, an issue. Britney's having a meltdown, blah, 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 blah. So... a new video's out, and Britney is in a bikini dancing around and clinking knives together.
Oh
And she said they were fake, but they obviously aren't.
They are not fake knives.
Leave Brittany alone.
Listen, I'm just commenting on this.
Brittany needs to leave herself alone. I thought she was going to end it by just punching that thing into her gut.
So, new video. Fans are in fear for her safety as she's dancing around in a polka dot bikini with huge knives. She's clinking them together.
She always does the same moves.
It's like she's making shrimp fried rice on the hibachi grill at Shogun or something. Or
if she made like an onion
and Benny,
tower,
she could get a job at Benihana,
right?
Arigatos.
Is that on Dale Mabry
Yeah,
still?
that
Or is
place
it?
is good.
Welcome to Benihana. I'm your cook, Brittany, tonight.
I mean, just crazy stuff.
Kind of crazy. We had that Stabby story on the Howard Franklin, and now this.
I wish she would come up with different moves.
Yeah.
I'm tired of her same little spin thing.
Here's some of the audio. That's Brittany clinking the knives. The clink clink. These are huge, like 12-inch knives that she's dancing around with. You hear it?
Yeah. It's like chill, relaxing music, and then clinky, scary
just
knives.
But
I wonder why that guy left. Imagine walking in the room. What the hell are you doing?
But then she's seen in subsequent pictures with like a bandage on her arm.
Well, she had to rehearse.
She's got this white bandage around one of her arms, and it's like she cut herself with the knife while she was doing this crazy dance.
Her next video, she's going to have bandages all over herself.
She shared this video. This came out on Monday night, and she's holding these two huge blades in each hand. She's doing like ninja dance moves, and then just puts this. It's like a combination of ninja, Kill Bill, and like probably some of the dance moves she did in her Vegas residency.
Her moves are atrocious. I think she used to be able to dance, couldn't she?
Oh,
maybe not.
Man. And then she wrote in the video, I started playing in the kitchen with knives today. Don't worry, they are not real knives. Halloween is soon. No, they are real knives.
You don't put your Halloween knives in the kitchen.
But she had a cut afterward on her wrist, on her arm, and then she had a cut on her thigh, like she cut herself with the knives as she's doing this crazy dance.
So I completely missed the Video Music Awards 2 weeks ago on MTV.
It was good.
But Shakira apparently did a knife dance.
Yeah.
And I see pictures of Shakira dancing with knives.
Maybe next week, Fester, you should do like a chainsaw dance and start to try to replicate.
Yes.
Put in a bikini dance.
That's unbelievable. I mean,
she's like 2007 Britney again. It's a complete mental breakdown.
Good for her.
What's going on here?
Let's put up billboards again.
Oh, someone just corrected me. That was Enigma, the music.
It wasn't.
Enigma.
Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, Enya did. Sail away, the Orinoco flow. Sail away. Is it sail away? Whatever.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
The Orinoco flow.
That's a good one too.
I cannot tell you one Enya song until I hear it and go, oh, that's Enya, and then I'm probably wrong.
So, Brittany, what's going on?
She's on drugs.
So my wife and I are looking at the video of Brittany dancing, and my wife's like,
Yeah.
she's just going to be dead one morning, right? I go, yeah.
She's just, I mean, she's still a
It's a shame.
16-year-old
It's a shame.
performing in the Mickey Mouse Club. Like, she has major Arrested Development.
Hi, Mickey, bring out your knives. Come here, Goofy.
Hey, she's starring in the next Knives Out movie. That was the trailer.
Hey, it's me, Christina Aguilera. You think I should go say something to her?
Christina, you should talk to Brittany.
Yeah, all right, I'll be on my way.
All right, 8:50 now. 8:50 MJ Morning Show. Let me take a quick break here. We're back with another long chunk. 9 o'clock hour starts next. So I've got the 9:10 must-hear story coming up. We're giving away an over $200 top-notch Zoji Rushi kitchen rice cooker with its computer control. This thing is awesome. So the Rice Cooker's coming up. Also, the Busch Gardens Howlow Scream tickets with Parking Pass coming up, all in the 9 o'clock hour. Keep listening, folks. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Want to talk... problem with you people. I got a big problem with someone in here.
You people?
All right.
You people? He's calling you people.
I want to know. Do you know what this is?
Is that dental floss?
This is a used piece of dental floss that someone left on the sink in the men's room. I'm holding this thing up to MJTV right now.
Oh, I thought it was in here. It was in the men's room?
No, this is in the men's room. It's got remnants on here.
You picked it up.
It's got someone's dinner. I got chicken. I don't know what's on
Let's
this.
try to figure out what they ate.
What kind of a sicko? What kind of a low rent? What male in this building used dental floss? I was in there earlier this morning. It wasn't there, and I just hit the little boys' room, and I go to wash my hands, and I got used dental floss just sitting on the counter in the men's room.
I could use it. I got something stuck in my teeth.
I'll tell you who it's not.
I dare you.
No way. I'll get hepatitis.
Two people.
Hepatitis J.
Yeah.
There's two people I know who it's not. It's not me, because I don't floss. It's not Pat George, because he wears dentures.
So he doesn't.
Sure. It's not me.
All right, so.
Okay.
Woman asked if it was Nandi. I can see him doing it.
All right. Anyway, I'm holding this up on MJTV right now. We got to do a DNA test. Yeah.
It can only be one of like 4 people.
What if it's like some
sales? Yes, Roxanne. What are you trying to say?
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I have noticed lately, I don't know if it's just in my head, but more people flossing in public.
So
I like to use the little pick ones.
Yeah, I see people doing that in public, and I don't get grossed out a lot, but that's one thing. Like, I don't want you flossing anywhere near me.
I see a good amount of butt floss when I'm driving on the Courtney Campbell and I pass Ben T. Davis. I see some butt floss along there.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Ben T. Davis.
Roxanne, you sent me some text here with like this picture of this tiny little print. I have no idea what the hell you sent me.
I don't even know. I sent you like 3 things today. What is it?
You sent it to me via text.
Okay.
It's the last thing you sent me.
I just thought it was cool.
What is it?
So this texter wrote, "You guys are funny. I'm in my microscope laughing so hard. I'm a cytologist. Ask MJ if he knows what that is."
A Saintologist? A Satanist?
A cytologist.
Cytologist.
Spell it.
Cytologist. Cytologist.
Spell it.
CYTOLOGIST.
Yeah, cytologist. That's one who like studies cells.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, that is the correct answer. Good job.
What'd they say? Ask MJ what?
If he knows what it is.
Yeah, it's a cytologist, someone that studies cells.
Quiz MJ?
Yeah.
What else you want to ask me? Ask MJ anything.
What do the feet of a duck-billed platypus look like?
Okay. So if a celltologist studies cells, what does a fartologist?
All right, we stop. It's 9:05, folks, here on the MJ Morning Show. So the 9 o'clock hour has begun. We have the 9:10 must-hear story of the day. And the question is Amazon about to piss you off? I'm waiting to see, more information here as to what is going to happen. What does this entail? But if this is an Amazon element that you got to hear about. 9:10 must-hear story coming up in minutes. I mentioned a lot of things earlier that I got to pay off here. First of all, I mentioned slang. Slang terms that different generations use. And I thought this was very interesting. So the most popular slang words for each generation, according to a survey by Preply, and they reviewed baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, and Gen Z.
I used a slang word yesterday leaving the radio station that some of our much younger employees heard, and I think I earned some respect.
Street cred.
Some respect.
What'd
from
you
them.
say?
Oh, man, you got some street cred?
Yes.
Because I know what I say to my kids when they're lying. I said, that's a cap. You're capping. That's lying.
I used the word dead ass in a sentence.
Oh, man.
And the guy stopped. He goes, "Did you just say the word dead ass?" And I was like, yeah, I think I did. And he was like,
man, much respect.
Yeah, so he says he fist pounded me.
This is in the parking lot?
No, I'm leaving I'm leaving the radio station yesterday.
Right? Those little promotion kids that are always running around.
Yeah, a bunch of people working in our promotions department. They're much younger than I am.
Yeah.
And I walked out.
They're much skinnier than you, too.
Well, who is
Some of them. They have a couple of boombaladdies. Anyway.
Boombaladdies?
Little fatty boombaladdies. So I'm walking out of the radio station with like 4 slices of Sardo's pizza, in like paper plates. Very,
And I saw that you hid the brownies, by the way.
Okay, first of all,
Did you take the whole bag of brownies?
You took the whole bag.
I was looking for those.
Yeah, I ate 6 of them yesterday. They were so.
I had one this morning.
Super Sardo came in from Sardo's Pizza in Largo on Ulmerton. Great New York slice. And he brings in 3 pies.
And 8 brownies.
And a whole bag of individually wrapped homemade cake brownies. And you're the one who scored. You took them all.
Took every one of them. Every one of them. So anyway.
So
I'm walking out with my 8 brownies and 4 slices of pizza.
Yeah.
And the front office door here, I didn't know it has a magnetic lock on it. And
it's always had a magnetic lock on
well,
it.
when I leave,
What do you think your key card does?
The person behind the counter must hit it or something because I don't ever.
No, it's activated by a motion sensor. When you approach it from the inside, it releases.
I had no idea. So the sensor must have had some film on it or something because it didn't see me coming.
No, let me tell you what's going on.
Sensor film.
After they fixed the door. Remember when our key card system was broken for 2 months and anybody could have walked in this place at any time of the day? Folks, if you never heard this story, I remember I was teasing about this terrible security issue.
From May 1st to the middle of July.
Yeah. Our doors to this radio station.
Wide open.
What do we have? 6, 7, 8 radio stations? Whatever the hell it is. Our complex was wide open 24 hours a day. You could have walked in here at any point because our security system, our key card system was broken. And I don't know, our legal department at corporate was hanging it up. We don't like the contract. Contract? You're buying a freaking security. What contract?
Well, the irony is if something bad would have happened, then legal would have had a whole slew of other problems.
Listen, I've never seen such legal entanglement in any radio operation I've ever worked in my life. Anyway, so we get, after 2 months of our doors being wide open, you could walk into this place 3 o'clock in the morning. If you wanted to walk in here and get on the air Q105, just turn the mic on. Hello, hi, I'm Jerry on Q105,
Or I'm homeless Rufus. Some homeless guy. It'd be awesome.
The place is locked up tightly now. Plus, they installed Indiana Jones poisonous darts that get tripped.
Oh, it's all kinds of booby traps now.
No, but the doors are now locked.
So the motion sensor didn't detect me and my mask.
Now, let me tell you right now that when they put in the new security system and the door key card, for whatever reason, the motion sensors, when you go to leave, that's supposed to open the door, because I've done the same thing. I've hit the door and I've slammed my face into the door because it's supposed to open right away. Yeah,
right.
Because it used to open it was already released by the time you hit the door, and now there's a delay, and you're crashing into it like Kramer or something.
So I'm walking out of the building with 4 slices of pizza, 8 brownies, my 2 college brothers' purple T-shirt. I'm walking out and I kick the door and it doesn't open and the door buckles, and everybody in the lobby, a couple of the promotions youngsters, they look at me and I was like, wow, I dead ass kicked that door. And they're like, dude, did you just say the word dead ass? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, so they're impressed?
And they were like, wow.
Right,
so I'm a maven of slang.
Right, let me give you the slang words for each generation. Then it's rolling up on 9/11 now, so I've got the 9/10 must-hear story. Let me do this, then we'll get right into the 9/10 must-hear story. I've got the rice cooker I'm going to give away in just a few minutes. So that's going to be momentarily. I'm going to give away the rice cooker. And then we've got Busch Gardens passes. I got a 4-pack of Howlow Scream and parking for Busch Gardens. We'll give those away before the end of the show as well. So here we go. Most popular slang words, baby boomers. Boomer generation, most popular slang words are bummer, mellow, and wannabe. Huh? Yeah, all right. Gen X. I'm Gen X.
Well, let me
Rox,
guess.
We're all Gen X, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Froggy, you're, I think, the youngest on the show.
He's cuspy.
Let me guess.
Froggy, but you just made it into Gen X.
Yeah,
he's a baby Gen X.
All right, so you tell me, what do you think and we're all Gen Xers in here.
Mm-hmm. You're the oldest Gen X.
Yeah, I'm the oldest Gen Xer in the room. Then
Roxanne does not identify as a generation.
I'm sorry.
Roxanne, I don't go by my biological age. Thank you very much.
Roxanne, in her head, is Gen Z.
I identify as... All right. I do identify as my biological age, not my actual birth certificate age.
Okay. All right, so Froggy, what do you think Gen Xers' 3 big slang words are?
I'm going to go with a hot word I used as a kid, radical.
Nope.
Damn it. Nope. How about bastard?
Nope.
Would bitchin' be on the list?
How about sus? My kids use sus all the
that's
time.
not- that's not
Sus is Gen Z.
How about cowabunga?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Gen X is chill,
I never say that.
lame, and also bummer. Millennials. Let's shoot to millennials.
Hi, just Louis Anderson. I just want to see if you needed me to host this fun game here. I mean, just in case you want to put some questions on the board. All right, here we go. Big, fat ass Louis Anderson.
All right, so millennials, their slang words are OMG.
Oh, that's cheesy.
Chill and lame.
Just
So
like Gen Xers.
There is,
overlap.
but
Or Gen, yeah.
OMG was not in Gen X.
Right,
but
but the other two.
There is some overlap. And then Gen Z, selfie, OMG, and ghost, like
Yeah.
ghosting.
Right.
Yep.
Wasn't Slay on the Gen
During the
Z
holidays,
list?
yeah.
The least popular slang words for each generation. For boomers, woke, Gucci, and sheesh. For Gen X, thirsty, clapback, and slay. Millennial, slay, sus, and clout.
What?
And then for Gen Z, these are the least popular slang words.
Okay, what does that mean, least popular? But then
What does that even mean?
do you mean like the most annoying of words that are used by that generation? Is that what that means?
Gen Z is savage. SKSKSK. What is
skeet, 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 skeet?
Is that what it is? I don't know. And then POV.
Oh, I know POV.
Point of view.
So there you go. So there you have it.
A couple of genres.
All right, here we go. Here we go. The 9-10. I have no idea what you're mumbling over there, Fester.
No, POV. It's a video genre.
You know what? Before I do the 9-10 must hear, should I do the rice cooker right now so we can give Andrew time? Yeah, you know
Okay,
what? I'll do it. All right, I'm going to do the 9-10 must hear story. I'm a few minutes late. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked with the nasty dental floss and what else? We got sidetracked with something else.
Slang. The door.
Before that. Oh, the door. Yeah. Fester's door story. All right. So let's do the rice cooker right now. This is a top-notch Zojirushi. I'm telling you, my Zojirushi rice makers, these are like the most prized possessions. I use this so religiously because I love great Japanese sticky rice. Again, you got to get the right rice. You want Koshi Hikari. And I buy my rice at Kotobuki, which is on Sheldon Road, just a block or so north of Hillsborough. And right in that shop, you know what that little twisty free stand is, Froggy? It's right down the street from your house.
Sure.
So on Sheldon, it's Kotobuki, and you walk in there and you tell them, I want the Japanese rice that MJ likes. Now, you can spend a little more and get the stuff made in Japan or grown in Japan, or you can get some California koshikari, which is really good as well. A little cheaper. So, yeah, go to Kotobuki to get the rice for this machine. And follow the directions. All right, so this is one of my most prized appliances, and Zojirushi America gave us 5 of them to give away because they're loving my posts and my food and my cooking. And they said, hey, it's National Rice Month in September. We see that you're a radio show and you talk about our rice machines and you cook stuff and you use our rice. Would you like to give some away? I'm like, yeah. I like doing the unexpected. What radio station in America gives away rice cookers? MJ Morning Show.
Yeah. I got a weird question.
I'm giving away hedge clippers next week.
That'd be awesome. MJ, if we had a different household appliance every month.
That won't get old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'll take caller 105. So caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. Caller 105, 800-990-1047. If you're caller 105, you win this $200 plus amazing Japanese rice cooker from Zojirushi. And if you don't win, this is also cool. If you don't win, they've set up a promo code. So if you want to buy any of their rice makers, enter the promo code MJ10 and they'll give you 10% off any rice maker you want to buy from their website at zojirushi.com. So enter the promo code MJ10, MJ10, and you'll get 10% off whatever rice maker you want to buy. I thought that was a nice added touch. All right, so good luck. We'll take the caller live on the air in just a matter of moments.
Hey, MJ.
Yeah.
I know the answer to this, but can you tell me?
Well, I got to do the 9-10 must-hear story.
Just real quick. Is rice grown in a tree or a bush?
Rice is not, it's grown in a rice paddy. It's those little green stalks that stick out of the water.
So is that a bush? It's on the ground?
It's a plant. It's not rice doesn't grow on a tree.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, haven't you seen rice paddies?
What is that, a movie?
Froggy, Michelle and I and the kids, we were on the terraces in Niigata in Japan.
God.
And we actually saw the rice being grown. We drove the car through the rolling hills in Niigata, and we even picked our own koshihikari rice.
Was that a true story?
What?
What you just said?
It is 100% true.
All right, you are Peterman. It's official.
Yeah, we did do that. We drove through the rice terraces in Niigata. All right. So the 910 must-hear story, and this is going to tick people off. And I'm waiting to see how it manifests. But Amazon is going to put ads in Prime Video shows. So part of being a Prime member has been an ad-free experience. But Amazon, doesn't Amazon lose money like every quarter still? I'm like, how? But Amazon said late last week that it plans to start putting advertisements in the TV shows and movies on its Prime Video streaming platform. So wait a minute. Is that just like the free movies included in Prime? What if I rent, like we rented a couple of movies last weekend? So are they going to put commercials in like a movie that I rent for $3.99?
I mean, if you rent the movie, you're paying for it. But if you're watching it on the included package,
guess what? But we're paying what, $129 a year to be a Prime member. So Prime Video subscribers in the United States, UK, Germany, and Canada can kiss commercial-free programs goodbye early next year. Yeah, wow. Amazon did not provide the exact date for when ads would hit its video Prime programs, which include over 26,000 movies. 26,000. It sounds like it's going to be all movies. So am I going to pay $3.99 to rent a movie for what? What do they give you? 48 hours to watch a movie? And they're going to have ads? Are they going to interrupt my movie with an ad every outrageous. 10 minutes? Or are they going to put ads up front?
Like I won't watch the like the cock, the station, the Peacock.
Right.
I won't. Froggy.
That's what they call it.
It's the streaming service.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But
for Slang, that's what the kids are saying.
Kids.
Right.
And I hate it because of the commercials. It's like, dude, why? Right. I don't even understand the point of commercials.
So
really.
Listen, that's our 910 must-hear story. I was a little late today because Fester dragged me down a rabbit hole.
Good job, dude.
Worry about what you can control. We can't control that.
Exactly.
Just don't watch it.
So heads up, Amazon Prime, are they about to tick off Prime subscribers by jamming us up with commercials when we don't expect it, or we've been commercial free as a Prime subscriber, and now they're gonna hit us up. All right, so this is potentially going to suck, but we have to see how they actually do it, how it manifests itself. But just a heads up that they're going to start playing commercials because they're trying to jack up their revenue over at Amazon. So, all right, 9:20 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I'm waiting for Andrew to signal that he's up to caller 104 so I can take the 105th caller live on the air for the incredible Zoji Rushi rice machine. And while we're waiting...
Yo, MJ.
Yo, what's up?
Let's kick it.
Yeah.
Rice, baby. Rice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. MJ got something new for the kitchen. Cook it, either brown or whitely. Flow with the rice both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn on the switch, watch it go. If there was a problem with your sushi, kick out the rice with your new Zojirushi. Rice, baby.
I love it.
Rice, baby.
All right, we're up to caller 104.
Can you make sushi?
Rice, baby.
Yeah, you make sushi rice with this. Add some rice vinegar.
Rice, baby. Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to the MJ Morning Show.
It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Who is this?
Jason.
Jason, where are you calling from?
Tampa.
Jason, you're caller 105. You won the rice cooker from Zojirushi.
No way.
Yes way.
That is awesome, dude.
Well, dude, now what do you do for a living, Jason?
I actually drive cars. I work for a guy that owns a leather company. We install leather in new cars.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Anyway.
So, and actually, I almost got stuck in that accident on Howard Franklin yesterday.
What do you mean you almost got stuck in it?
We saw the signs and the warning, so we went across Courtney Campbell.
All right, so you got the information early enough so you didn't get stuck in that gigantic jam with the stabbing and just like a crazy mad world kind of scenario. Anyway, Jason, I highly appreciate you listening to the MJ Morning Show, and you got the Zojirushi top-notch, top-quality rice cooker here on National Rice Month from the MJ Morning Show. I mean, listen, what morning show in America is giving away rice cookers? Only the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, sir.
You never know what the hell you're going to get from this show.
You never know.
And look, Jason's got a rice cooker. Jason, have you been listening to us for a while?
Oh, of course. Listening to you on MJ and BJ.
Oh, you go that far back?
Yes, sir.
How old are you now, Jason?
38.
Fantastic. All right, Jason, thanks. Andrew's going to give you all the information. The rice cookers are in stock, so you can pick it up anytime you want.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, hey, and listen, go to Kotobuki on Sheldon Road and get either the Japanese koshihikari or the California koshihikari, and tell the woman there that you want the MJ rice. She knows me, all right?
All right, yes, sir.
The MJ
and
rice.
Wash your rice until the water runs clear.
Okay.
Mr. Roger?
Follow the follow the instructions. Read about washing rice inside the instruction manual, okay?
Okay.
All right, dude, hang on. Look at that, another satisfied MJ cuss. So he's a 38-year-old male. He's been listening to us since the MJ and BJ. That means he was like 12 years old, 10 years old when he was listening to us back in the day. All right, let me grab him, Uncle Roger.
Doesn't he do the rice pan stuff?
Yeah, Uncle Roger.
Stick your rice.
Oh, well, he's like, fries. Remember the lady, some British TV cook lady is making like fried rice and just butchering it. And Uncle Roger's like, we ought to play a little Uncle.
MSG's good for you.
Yeah, we ought to play some Uncle Roger when we get. You know what, Andrew, pull some great Uncle Roger from the fried rice fiasco.
Very
from that
fitting for the rice.
Absolutely. All right, 9:24. Let me take a quick break here, and then we got a final segment of the MJ Morning Show next. And we'll also give away the Busch Gardens 4-pack of Howlo Scream tickets coming up, and parking, and also additional awesome content is all next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. The Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors says, call us. It is 9:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Final chunk of the show, Busch Gardens tickets. How to Scream plus parking. We'll give away the 4-pack in a matter of minutes. And plenty of stuff to get to here on the MJ Morning Show. Froggy, you are freaking giving me a high right now.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Sniffing you, my God.
It's a long segment.
Dude, what is the strength of the stuff that
HR.
What is the strength?
This is my medication.
I'm
very stressed right now. I've had a long day. I'm having issues with shipping.
There's no HR violation here.
I'm having shipping issues.
I have an HR violation. You're making me high.
He's about to ship himself.
I want to ship my pants.
Yeah, my whole shipment of pants. They're all shipped up.
That Kmart commercial was great.
I can't believe they got away with that.
Did you ever get that mattress?
Which one?
Where you ship your bed?
Oh, right. Okay.
Froggy, so tell me the strain of medical marijuana.
I don't know what you're talking about. It must be Roxanne. I saw her walking around creeping.
Dude, I literally am lightheaded now from just sniffing you walking in the room.
Maybe you'll be in a good mood for once in your life.
Kidding.
Oh, my God.
Yellow over here.
9. Oh, negative.
What, your attitude?
Negative.
You took a COVID test?
You are
an STD test.
Oh God!
He said negative.
I just got results. I just got texted negative. The results are negative. You want to hear something crazy? So, I got a builder who's a good friend of mine. Builds a lot of homes in South Tampa. I've got a piece of, under the soffit, you've got under the soffit of the house. You have the soffit, and then a lot of the houses have like that little, like the vent, the little like screen, like to let some airflow going.
Air
exactly.
Goes in and hot air leaves and all that stuff.
I noticed. Well, actually, I had Pat the Gutter Rat out, and I had my gutters cleaned.
That's the name of the business.
Pat the Gutter Rat. He's been around for decades.
Just making sure.
Yeah, everyone knows Pat the Gutter Rat.
It's offensive.
Yeah, Pat the Gutter Rat. He cleans gutters.
Is it offensive to pats or rats?
So hang on a minute. So they noticed that under one of my eaves, the soffit, that I had like a foot-long piece of like the little grating, the grill. It's like busted out. And I don't know what's going on. I don't want like stuff up in my attic.
Dude, you got squirrels.
No, I don't. I've been up there. There's nothing in there.
Okay.
So I don't know what that. Maybe at one point they might, but there's nothing. I've been in the attic. Everything's cool and copacetic.
There's got to be something going on up there.
Right. So my builder buddy sent out one of his foreman dudes because he's going to fix it for me, and I have a whole bunch of old materials from my house when we built it. I've got a lot of spare parts, and I have a couple of sections of this stuff, so he's going to put it in for me. So he stops by yesterday, and he's like, dude, yeah, don't get too close to me. I'm not feeling it. So he's standing away from me. He's like, sure. So I'm outside in the front yard, and he's like, yeah, stand back. I went to the emergency care. I didn't feel too well. I'm kind of stuffed up. My head hurts. I'm like, dude, you take a COVID test? And he said, yeah, they gave me one, but the results won't be back till tomorrow. I said, dude, you want to take a COVID test right now? So I got this contractor in my yard, and I got him swabbing in my driveway yesterday.
That's so weird.
I go up to.
So he was positive?
Hold on a minute.
I'm nervous.
So I go up to my laundry. I'm staying like totally away from the dude, right? So I go up to our laundry room upstairs, and in one of the cabinets, we've got all the free government COVID. Oh, by the way, I ordered another 4 tests on Monday. You can get.
You're hoarding these things.
I could test all of Temple Terrace.
Do they expire?
I could test all of Town and Compton right now.
Hey, you know what? First of all, I want to say, don't call it Town and Compton.
Right.
To us who live there, we like it.
All right, so I go upstairs and I grab one of our Binax Nows, which I think it's by Abbott Labs. I think it's one of the more accurate ones. So I'm like, yeah. So I say to him, you want to take a COVID test right now? And he said, yeah. So I go up and get the test. I got him jamming the swab up his nostril and swirling it around 10 times. Then I'm saying, okay, now put it in the little card. You put 6 drops in. I close the card, wait 10 minutes. So he took a test in my driveway before he even looked at my damaged soffit, which he's going to fix on Sunday. And the test comes back negative. I mean, nothing. 0. It is so they got the control line and then the test line, nothing. It is just white as can be. There's no line appearing. And I said to him, hey, listen, let's make sure that this test is accurate. When you get your results tomorrow from the 24-hour emergency care, text me. And the dude just texted me negative. So look at that. And he was so thankful. He's like, man, thank you so much. I'm like,
you're a hero.
How many people have administered COVID tests to people in their driveways when a contractor comes by?
So weird.
0?
You're the one.
I'm the one, baby.
You sure are.
Right here.
So generous.
They've come forward.
About time, right? They waited a little while.
Ladies and gentlemen, they have come forward. What am I talking about? Who's come forward? Rox, Fester, Froggy, anybody?
Well, the $1 billion Florida lottery winner.
Jess, that is correct. Yep.
Good guess.
Yep, it happened yesterday.
It wasn't exactly a guess.
The winner of the record-breaking $1.6 billion Mega Millions. Now, that's not Powerball. Powerball had the $2 billion plus jackpot that maniac out in California won, who's buying like $75 million worth of houses. I mean, they're just insane. That's that, Edwin Castro dude.
I don't know that he's a maniac, but yes.
Listen, why is he buying like $25 million houses? Then he just bought another $42 million house.
It's called investing.
I'd buy a $25 million house and blow it up for YouTube hits. I mean, big deal.
All right, so
he's doing real bad. He's only got $700 million left.
Yeah, only $700 million left.
Now, here's the deal: the winner that bought the Mega Millions $1.6 billion ticket at a Publix over near Jacksonville in Neptune Beach came forward yesterday. It was purchased at 630 Atlantic Boulevard, Neptune Beach, August 8th, and he had until October 7th. He or she had until October 7th to come forward if they wanted to take the upfront cash option. And they did. But we don't know the name because in Florida, you can remain confidential. You can remain anonymous, not in perpetuity, but only for 90 days. 90 days. So that's the rub here. So pursuant to Florida Statute 24.1051, the name has not been revealed. And what happened was back in May of 2022, the name of the winner of a prize won in Florida via lottery of $250,000 or more can remain anonymous, but only for 90 days. So on December 25th, on Christmas Day, the name of the winner that won $1.6 billion with Mega Millions in Jacksonville or Neptune Beach, then the name will be made available. So Christmas Day. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, by that time they'll be long gone.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually a really smart day because news is buried that day.
Yeah, hey.
That's a terrible news day.
Oh, I wonder if
Wow,
was
good
all
thinking.
I wonder if they planned that. That's a good point.
They always plan that.
Yeah. So
Right?
the person came forward. So now the winner, because we were just talking about this, that the winner, we'd mentioned this like 3 or 4 times in the last week or two, that winner needs to come forward by October 7th if they want the cash option, or else it automatically reverts to the annuitized payments of, whatever it was every year for like 29 years. So they've come forward and they've claimed the cash option. They're going to walk away with $783,300,000 before federal taxes. And then, the feds are going to clip, 37% off of that. So, but still, nice haul. That person's going to. So what is, hang on, if I do the math here, that's a good chunk of money. So if I do the math and I take $783,300,000 divided. Oh, I don't want divided by. I'll do times 0.70.
Oh gosh, come on!
All right, so I just did 30%. They're still going to walk away with $548 million or $520 million or whatever it is.
Only half a billion dollars.
I did 30% instead of 35% taxes. So $500 million is what they're going to clear. Is that unfreaking believable?
It is.
Let's hope they don't end up under a porch.
Like William Shakespeare. What's his name?
His name was Abraham Shakespeare.
Abraham Shakespeare. Oh, my God.
That was my favorite thing to bring up during a lotto winner.
What a terrible, terrible story. We got the Busch Gardens tickets. We'll give those away in the final minutes of the MJ Morning Show. I mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio yesterday, and we just didn't get around to it, but I want to get to it before we end. I'm sorry, man. Have you seen his latest conquest? 48-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio now is got a new girlfriend named Vittoria Soretti, and she is 25.
Good for him. So he's Leo. He has a new movie coming out with Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen that?
That looks great.
That looks unbelievable.
Yeah, people are saying that. What's the name of the movie?
I forget. Look it up, Fester.
No, I got it right here because I've got a story.
It's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, so the name of the movie is Killers of the Flower Moon. And it's supposed to be a Martin Scorsese masterpiece. So the movie comes out in October. And Leonardo DiCaprio's in the movie.
Of course he is.
The other thing with Scorsese, that he's also making a big stand again that filmmakers need to fight back against this whole comic book movie genre and culture. And Scorsese is saying again that we got to preserve real cinema, real filmmaking. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, all of these DC and Marvel movies, my God, they make my brain and teeth hurt. It's like I'm not into the whole genre. And Scorsese is trying to point that out. So
what a grumpy old man.
Seriously.
I only make my movies.
You can't just be happy for Spider-Man just because Leo doesn't fly in any of your same movie over and over
Taxi
again.
Driver is basically Spider-Man.
Guys, it's not. Right? So
there's a hero involved.
But listen, and we've talked about this. That genre is slowing down. There are a number of failures in the superhero, that comic book genre, that genre seems to be slowing down a little bit because I think it's been worn the hell out. I mean, how much of the same CGI can you see over and over and over again?
Wakanda forever, bro.
Do I sound a little like, get off my lawn?
Yeah, you sound like Martin. You two grumpy old timers. You need a big, thick frame of glasses, a big
bushy eyebrows.
Bushy eyebrows. Hey, Leo, I've got another one for you.
Anyway, so Leonardo DiCaprio, nearly 50, is doing another 25-year-old. How about that?
Leo, it's like every other movie except it's in the West.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
West version.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio, man.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
It's
Come on, it's a bit creepy. 48 and 25. All he does is like young 20s and mid 20s. That's his deal.
My daughter is not into boys yet. She's 6. But she does like
keep
Jack from
her
Titanic.
Yeah, keep her away from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I in my head, I'm like, all right, you only have you're 20 years away from being right in his wheelhouse.
My son Luke has shown some interest in your daughter.
Oh, good. Okay, there's a little love match.
We got to talk Taylor Swift tomorrow. Yeah, folks are really figuring out, even like some of the media. Listen to this headline. All the clues Taylor Swift's relationship with NFL star is her latest fake romance. Yeah, so again, we mentioned this as well. This is like probably just another PR stunt and everything.
She's really in love. I don't understand.
You know that she makes like anyone she dates sign these ridiculous like 100-page NDAs and
yeah, I wonder why.
And contracts. All right, before we get out of here, let's give away the 4-pack of passes and parking to Busch Gardens, Howl of Scream. It's going to take place on selected nights now through October 31st. So let's go with caller 21 right now, and you got a family 4-pack of passes to Busch Gardens, Howl of Scream. So 4-pack and parking right now. Caller 21, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Good luck. You're the winner if you're caller 21 right now. Folks, have a great day. If you want to follow me on Instagram or send me a DM, I'm Certified MJ Radio. Follow The Morning Show, MJ Morning Show on Instagram, and my private email for content, questions, comments. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow, folks, and let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your